Hello and welcome to Good Morning RPG. My name is Leia and this is Matt and welcome to
Stream.
our stream. I was gonna come up with something better than that, but didn't last minute.
It's okay. Look, I love a bit of jank. I love jank so much. So much, in fact, that I don't know. I got no bit. I'm gonna start the music. That's the wrong song.
As Matt has been texting me for 2 days that we should go over 11th edition rules.
Well,
He started Monday night for me while I was in a Pendragon game, and he's like, "Yo, we should totally go over the 11th edition rules." And I'm like, beating up a bunch of I'm beating up a bunch of children in Pendragon, and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that's
so out of context."
It's fine. It was good for it's character building.
I'm not gonna post
squires.
the clip. But Leia says to beat up children. This new clip tells all.
Breaking news.
Breaking the news.
No, long story short.
That thing I just announced.
Why music no play?
Music.
Are you playing no music?
Jam started.
Oh, I have to play. I have to press play. Hello, hello, Wetlander.
Hey, hey, Roman, how you doing, bud? Didn't even know there was a 10th edition. Lots of rules. So, funnily enough, you also started in 10th, right?
I started in 10th, and I knew enough of the rules to sort of function.
Look, the whole game is move, shoot, fight. We just go over the minutia of how to do each thing.
But there's so many things. Like, I remember, because like I was very excited because the one thing that I know about 11th edition, and I mentioned this in our pre-show, is they changed the jump pack rules. And I cannot remember 100% what they've moved them to, but I remember having my my jetpack sisters and having to count up to an object, the vertical distance, horizontal, and then vertical again in order to jump over an object. It was so stupid, and I hated it.
Hold on. Like in 10th edition they had that, because I'm used to the fly rule just being like, I'm just used to the fly rule being like, if you have jetpack, you just go over. Like if you have the fly keyword.
It says that you've gotta do.
Oh.
Stupid. Dumb.
I'm gonna be real. Everyone I played with was just like, just fly over it.
Cool.
And that's some of the best part about it. It's like, okay, so Wikipedia is still on 10th.
It's still on 10th.
So we will not be using that. They'll be look, the rules aren't officially out, I suppose, so that's why they haven't done it yet. They're definitely coding it on the back end. I
got a message, or I saw a thing from Warhammer that said that you could download the new digital rules.
They're probably just making it all work then.
I'm pretty sure. I thought so.
Because I know that the rules are kind of out. They're out, but like not in a physical form. So, and Armageddon Box isn't out yet. So I guess they're doing all their prep for it to be like hit the ground running, maybe.
I've seen a bunch of because since starting my Eldar army, I have started seeing people post about Eldar stuff on Reddit about changes that are made to Eldar stuff. In your dreams, Wetlander, bitch. Oh, we have to do a stretch. Bitch. We didn't do our stretch off screen, so we got to do our big stretch.
Bitch. Also, that's just for everybody else. There's definitely a slash joke on that comment.
What?
Just out of context. If anyone comes in and reads chat.
Oh.
So
everyone, Wetlander's my husband, and he thinks that he can beat me, even though I've wiped the floor with his army twice now.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. My gubbins are all here. So are you hobbying while we do this? Because obviously we've got lots of windows open.
We do have lots of windows. I mean, you have lots of windows open.
I have some tabs open.
It's too hot outside to have any windows open.
It's too hot today.
Stop it. Degenerate.
POS ourselves on this. Okay, so 11th rules. So it looks like all the faction. I say all. I actually went on there again today, and it says they're doing faction packs in like kind of waves. So unfortunately, I don't know if so it looks like they've got Space Marine, Xenos, and Chaos, but the fourth kind of category is like Imperium. So I think that Sisters of Battle don't fully have theirs out yet, but we've seen enough of it to go, like, there's changes that we already have. So they're down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they've done like,
Morning,
here's the faction
Blacksword.
update for this. Hey, Black Sword, how you doing? Thank you for the big stretch.
Yeah.
So we've seen, we know the new detachments coming for Sisters. We just don't have like the specifics on that yet. But we can kind of make an educated guess on these now. For this, they've changed the website and I hate it. Oh, that's Sigma news. I want this news and I want all latest news. Because there will be a Sisters of Battle one in here somewhere, so we can look at that too. Oh god, they did that as like one of the first, did they? They did. Like fourth one. Okay, so we got a faction focus article here. There's so one of the new detachments I think is called Chorus of Condemnation. And I think it's a flying keyword detachment.
Nice. I've got a bunch of those.
We've also got what's the new one called? So I think everyone got about 3 new ones. Sacred Champions. This one looks to be Cool of Celestian Sacrosanct focused. So when set on a holy close, their focus and determination is legendary, and the Sacred Champions detachment puts them in their prime. And what's the last one? Sanctified Orators. Okay, so this is a character specifically focused one. So Adeptus Sororitas characters have +1 leadership, which is enhancements selected from this detachment do not count towards the total number of enhancements. So I think you can only have 3 enhancements total between all your detachments usually. So if you combine this with another one, then you could take as many of these as you want in theory. And then you could also take the 3 from the other detachment, which is kind of cool. Well, yeah, all 3 of these detachments only cost 1 point. So you can take them all together or combine them with... Okay, so this is very clearly like a supplement detachment to combine. So a big thing in 11th edition for anyone who needs the update is we all have our detachments in the game. So I'll bring up 10th in Wahapedia. A big thing we do here is detachments. So that kind of that's the thing that kind of helped streamline the game a lot more. Like, it's actually made it a lot more accessible for like Leia and myself, because I hadn't played since 4th edition where it was a lot simpler, and Leia hadn't played at all, question mark,
Ever.
Yeah,
Nope,
so-
I'd never played. I played Dawn of War, and that was it.
I have cool news for you, because I just reinstalled Dawn of War and put the Ultimate Apocalypse mod on it, and so there's Tyranids in there now, and they have revamped and unlocked like they have just doubled the amount of everything in terms of all the factions. So you could put Titans in the game now.
Oh boy.
The engine struggles, let me tell you, but it's fun. It also made it harder too. My god, the standard enemy is just actually a challenge. So detachments wise, you would always choose one. So you'd like, in Tau you got Montcar, which is like, you'll have a specific rule for it, so it themes the army around something. This one is the battles. No, hold on. This one's the strike fast and hard. Basically, it's like you want to jump in, do a bunch of damage early, and that's how it functions. And then you'll have specific stratagems, like the little, the spend point get ability, as you always do with the game, and they will have, the different colors represent the different areas in the turn. But now that they've updated it, these, depending on the size of your army, so if you do 1,000 points, you'll have 1, maybe 2 points to spend on a detachment. If you do 2,000 or plus, you'll have 3 points. So in like your big standard game of 2,000 points of 40k, you'll have 3 detachment points, and that means that you will be able to take possibly more than one, or one particularly strong detachment. I think in the update, Montcar actually costs 3 points, which means in my lower point games, I'm actually going to be fully unable to take this one because objectively, this is probably the best Tau detachment, which makes sense that you can really only take it when you're playing the larger army and the more, you know, by comparison, stronger detachment. So the others are costing 1 to 2 now as well. So you could combine, you know, I think Kayun is the one of the other major ones that only costs 2. So you could combine that with a second one that costs less. And then
okay, so clarify something for me, because I was always a little bit washy on detachments. Are those, this is stuff that you have to buy with the points that are available to you in your army?
No, so a detachment,
or
everyone needed to take a detachment, and it would kind of be your guardrails on what your theme and rules for the theme are. So with the sisters, for example, if you took the penitent host, I think it was called, that detachment would have specific buffs and rules. It's not that you can't take models in it, but it's geared towards the penitent engine theme of sisters.
Yeah.
So like everyone has loads of models, right? Like, there's so much bloat, and you're kind of like, well, what do I choose? This helps you kind of choose stuff. So like my Leagues of Votann army, when I started planning the points and stuff around it, I was like, I want the one that is focused a bit more on getting in a vehicle and running over the battlefield and jumping out of the vehicle, because the rules in that detachment make them shoot better when they jump out of a vehicle that turn. Like that's the flavor. So it was like, it's called the Brandfast Oathband. So it's all about using your vehicle's kind of assault style and raiding something, versus I think one of the other ones is called like Chthonian Prospect, where it focuses on the guys that have almost no armor, but they're like berserker melee, and it gives them major movement advantages instead by comparison.
okay.
So it kind of doesn't dictate, but it's like, if you take these models, you will have more to do in game. And then yours.
But you're talking about spending points on them, and where do those points come from?
So
I guess
yeah,
is the
you're
part
right.
that I'm confused about.
I have reference points in 3 different fashions. So with any 40k building your army, you'll have your 1,000 points. That's how you determine the models that go in the army. That is unchanged. You'll have command point stratagems, which you know everyone gets 1 command point at the start of every turn, including enemy turns. And those you'll get like 1 a turn. Those quote unquote points are like a currency to spend on the stratagems. So like in your detachment, you'll have anywhere from 6 or so little abilities that are themed around that detachment. So they're in blue and red on the screen here. Like they're these ones. So they cost command points. This is the currency that you generate in game.
Yeah.
And
from like controlling stuff.
Yeah. The other thing I was talking about with the detachment points, this is the new one. It's just similar to points, like you have your 1,000 points. Before you do any of all of this, when you make your army, it's a guide rail on if you want to combine the army rules, basically. Like that's more or less it. You have like it's giving you basically a category of detachments based on their power to go, you can combine these ones but not these ones. So it's making you do customization a bit better.
I gotta say,
You're liking?
I know you're gonna hate me. Look how cool this color is.
I'm still not allowed to give you shit, so I won't.
Nope.
However, it's I don't know if it's the camera here, because I know what that color looks like through my eyes. It does look a bit washed out for me, but I don't think you should change it, because I know that in my in the real viewing through my actual eyes, it would be exactly. No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. We have a truce.
It is no. We have a truce until he sends me my sisters. He's not allowed to give me any shit about my swooping hawks being a shade of purple.
Yeah, I'm not allowed yet.
It is very understated, but I kind of like that fact. That's kind of like the whole army is.
The pastel army vibe is working.
Pastel.
It is.
I don't know how I feel about it being a pastel army.
But like, if you were to go to like someone who doesn't know the theme of your like the theme of why it's pastel. That is what's like. Oh, it's like when I made my girly pop towel. Everyone at ARC was like, "Oh, you made them look like candy and cakes." I was like, "Yeah, fair enough. It does look like that. I made the display stand look like a big cake, and it's like tiered and stuff. So yeah, I'll pay that. Like, it's, you know, I know what it is, and I still call it girly pop towel. But other people are like, "Oh, you had the cake and candy ones last year," and I'm like, "Yep." I don't need to correct them.
I'm hoping that the frigid bases will give it a bit of a.
We'll separate them.
It'll give some hits.
Yeah. The only thing I would say,
I am very happy with
your Guardians are in Pilar, right? The Glacier color?
Yes.
The only danger you're going to have there is if you make the icy bases for those, it's going to look like the whole model's just the same color.
No, because I've shown you. Hold on.
Did you already do one?
I did. I have a whole unit finished.
With the bases and all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because it's darker down there. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't picture. Oh, because you did a different slap shot.
I did, what is it? I did Frostheart with Talisar blue around the outside.
I getcha.
So it is a little bit of a darker blue.
It's more saturated.
And then
too.
it's got like the crackle on the bottom. So yeah, it does look but it is kind of like what my vision was, is I wanted these guys to kind of blend in to make them look a little bit like they're intentionally blending into an icy.
It's like good camouflage.
It is good camouflage. I almost bought like blue. I was looking for some tufts because I want to put some tufts on the Ranger bases to make them look a little bit more like woodsy.
I have those
woodsy
ones.
icy.
Do you want like frostwood, or do you want like kind of like that dead? Sorry, you want like a dead grass look?
I was like thinking of like the dead grass, but there are also the ones that look like they've got snow on them. But then I saw that they had alien grass, which is like bright blue, and I'm like, oh, how cool would that be?
Yeah. I just saw Gamer Grass has new like battle ready toppers. Like they just have like full. I really like Gamer Grass. It's a great. I usually buy all my tufts from them because they're cheaper than a lot of the other places. But I bought the dead grass. There's like a pack you can buy, and it's got like I mean
just remembered that I had these guys, and I gotta do this real quick.
That's all right. Okay, here we go. Because like there's this one here, just like you can get like a little pack of them where it's like dry steps and they go good. It's like a green meadow one. I think the dry steps would like work for you. Like it's like these kind of, you know, they're desaturated kind of brown greens or yellows.
Yeah.
Because that goes like the contrast of yellow and orangey warm, like dead foliage. Or you could go like that kind of dried out brown color, like in like wood pieces too.
Yeah, that was some of the idea as well. I definitely have to go through and take a look at I actually want to go to a hobby store at some point.
Spiky Winter?
Oh, I like those. Yes.
Yeah, they're cool. I don't actually like how they've done their new website. It's you can't just go let me look at the grass. Oh, there's a tiny pale teal, but I think that would blend in your stuff too much. Why can't I just go to Tufts? Let me go to Tufts.
I need a slightly larger brush.
Oh, blue. There's like little plants and stuff now.
Yeah. Alex, I was thinking we should go to a train shop. I feel like if we go to a train shop, they'll have lots of like foliage and stuff for me to look at. Train hobbyists love their.
They love their Woodland Scenics is a great brand.
Woodland Scenics,
I love that shit. They're a lot cheaper too. Because they're very competitive pricing, but you have to buy it in bulk is usually the downside. So like I've never used a whole bag of any of their stuff.
I feel like we have an entire thing of like ballast
Yeah.
downstairs.
This autumn one actually is
but I
kind of
feel
nice
like-
as well.
I feel like you can always use a small rock. Small rocks could be. We should crack out those.
I just use real rocks if I want
those
like
ballasts.
gravel or rocks.
Yeah, we should
this
we
one's
should
nice.
pull out that ballast for your miniatures, Alex. I'm looking at Graphs Tufts for doing my 11th edition terrain footprints, but also I'm tossing up doing my own drop canvas acrylic caulking battle mat or
Yeah, the
looking for a
neoprene would
battle
be good
mat
for
neoprene
those.
battle. Oh yeah.
This is the one I was thinking of, Leia. It's like mostly dead with like a
Oh
little.
yes.
This one looks great. This is my favorite
That
one for
is
winter.
That is exactly what I was looking for,
Well,
actually.
Yeah, so it's called the winter. I mean, there's probably like a few packs of them, but like this one looks like this. It's just winter 5mm, and it's. I don't think these ones are the. I like the ones that come on like a little sheet, but they're different sizes. I don't think these ones are different
Yes.
sizes.
I also like that. Because then
yeah.
you can just like pick what size you want.
Yeah. I like it when they come in different sizes. I think these ones are quite like they're bigger, but like they're all in millimeters. So you could be like, I want the winter one in like 2mm or something like that. But I just don't like that you have to buy multiple different versions. Oh, you can get it in wild or small, I guess. Oh yeah, there's the different variations in size.
Hold on, I
Like-
got white on. Yeah. See, that's exactly what I want. I want
Yeah.
that like really pale yellow.
So, well, this one's the more neutral color. The yellow one's a different one because they've clearly mixed in
Oh,
2
okay.
to 3 colors, which actually
Okay,
makes
yeah,
it more
yeah.
realistic. I like that better.
Yeah.
And then the other one's called, I think that's Dry Tuft is the other one that they've got there. It's,
I really
it's like
like
starts
that.
bottom in the brown. This one here.
I have some of that. I just wanted like some more that like more paley yellow or like the neutral brown, the neutral pale color. That's like kind of what I want.
Yeah, I know that this Dry Tuft one here that I have, this one's quite saturated. Neoprene battle mats to match the marines. Are you talking like a custom? Because I know where you can print customs in Australia. I was considering doing it for some Riftbound mats at some point. These battle ready bases.
And-
Oh, battle ready toppers. Are they painted already? Oh, these are already painted. Like little lava and ice bases, Frost Lake and
Oh.
stuff.
Ooh, very cool.
I'm assuming these are like 3D print. Oh, I don't want to add to cart. I want to go into it. Yeah, they're just already made. You get 50 mil. This is a 3-pack of 50 mil.
Huh.
That's pretty cool. I really like how there are
Um,
companies that will just be like, if you don't want to paint it, we got you.
Yeah. Alex, I was thinking, yeah, around your big guns. I think, yeah, that would be a good. The ballast would look really good around those.
Oh, I mean, this one's good inspiration too. There's a Battle Ready Winter base, but it's more like your gravel and like patchy snow.
I was thinking that might be good. I'm trying to like
pretty
make
cool.
the bases for each of my units to be slightly different. Like the Guardians are like they've got the super icy bases.
Yeah.
But I want to do something a little bit different for each kind. Like maybe that like rocky base would be really cool for the I've got,
Hawks.
oh, I put my Wraith Guard together.
They're cool, right?
Oh, they're so cool.
I was gonna say you could do
Although-
because the Hawks are jumping off stuff, so you could do the
They are, yeah.
craggy.
Oh, that
bit-
would be really
bit
cool.
more craggy
yeah.
for those ones. Also, if you because like those guys, the other guy was the Guardians. The Guardians are on like full snow and ice, right?
Yeah, they're
For
on
s-
full snow and ice.
For some of the Hawks, you could do like the transition where it's like a little bit of the ice and then it goes onto the land because that way the
Ooh,
cohesion's
yeah.
still there.
Because then I want the I
not a
want the
full base,
Rangers
but,
to
like,
be like
half.
complete. Yeah. I want the Rangers to be completely like in like a more. I want it to look like they're in a wooded area.
Yeah, so like brown base, but then patches of snow and dead grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see the vision.
You see the vision.
I see the vision. Hey Simo, how you
Oh.
doing?
I got white on my little guy, but it's like I don't know. I'm super happy.
Where is the core
Oh,
rules?
when did my music stop playing?
Why stop playing? It should be there. It's still there.
Yeah, no, it's still on. It's just for some reason mine like paused.
Let me find the actual core rules. Wherever they've gone. Is there a downloads area?
Alright, let that dry.
Download the Chaos Faction Pack. Download Xenos. Marine. Where's the download rules button? 40k.
Oh.
Reading? No. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the main website. 40k. Start here. Rules and codex. Here we go. Man, that was actually like hard to. No, this is how to buy it. God damn it.
Oh.
Alright. Menu. Reading, video game articles, 40k. Why is it this hard to find the rules of the game?
Probably being cheeky because it's not out yet, technically. I
they have to be
I
out.
saw a thing.
Right?
I swore I saw a thing.
Oh,
that said
download the
that they
free core
were-
rules here. It's just, it was released 10 days ago, so it's in an article from 10 days ago. Okay, here's the faction packs. I'll keep this window open as well.
Silly.
Core rules and key
you know what?
downloads.
I need to find. I love when you decide on a color scheme and then you're like, but what am I gonna do all the tiny stuff? Oh, I can't type.
Can't type.
I have to unplug my mouse.
Yeah, if you could as well, Black Sword, just in case that. Oh no, I found it. Hold on. New 40k core rules on the 1st of June. Man, they really just went straight up. Okay. This rules book is so much smaller than it used to be. It is, I say only, it's 90 pages. But do you remember the big tome the old ones were? Okay, the old ones were like
only
a
ever
book
did
like
digital
200 to
downloads.
300 pages.
Holy
So
lord.
the one we were using a lot was the quick start rules. This one's like the full rule book, but they'll have a quick start somewhere. However, the old rule book was like a tome and it had like crusade rules and miniature galleries and all this other fluff stuff that most people were like, this is nice. We don't want to not have it, but we are paying a lot of money just for like about 2/3 of the book being useless.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been like, all right, I reckon they're going to charge this the same amount as the bloody other book anyway, just because they can. But it is just how to play the game in this one. Maybe they'll
I wanna
charge
know
less.
what
Who
the-
knows?
Back of the mini looks like.
If anyone would like to read along with us, it is right here. All right.
Okay, so these are the same. I have to find a complementary color.
Complementary color.
Because, like, okay, so cool swooping hawk, right? Kind of a purplish gray. I fucking love this fucking color. So they've got this, like, blue, but then they've got this yellow. Like, what do I want to do for this color? What am I
like
gonna do?
the
What am I-
spotty kind of thing.
Yeah, like, what do I want to do for, like, the extra color?
I'm a fan of the yellow in there, honestly.
I feel like the yellow is gonna be too much. So, like,
Wh-
overpower this, like,
Water down.
pale purple. Think so?
Yeah, just try. Like I'm talking like a 2-to-1 water down, of like
Mm-hmm.
either probably Imperial Fist, not the other one because it's too orange.
No, it would definitely be Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
All right, let me do this backpack first.
Okay.
I immediately forgot what the backpack is supposed to look like.
Where are these rules gone? I've already lost them. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna drag this over here a sec. I can't see us. Can I do that? Can't see chat. All right, I have to read over here. Okay. Okay, there's basic rules. And we're not doing like a full deep, like, it'll be a deep dive in the sense of we're going to be finding out what's changed. We're not going to just read it word for word. I think that we'll be wasting our time with that because we already kind of know how to play, and I can give you the footnotes on it as well. But the essence of the game is put your army down. After you've chosen all your stuff, you move, you shoot, you fight, and there's different ways to go about that. Oh, dude with a mullet playing Warhammer. Look at this. This is New Era Warhammer. A dude with a mullet playing it.
And there's a girl.
Yes, there is a girl. No, they
actually exist.
A lot of the marketing I've seen is very thankfully mixed gender now. He's got a mullet. I'm actually like that. That's why I brought up the mullet first. I'm actually more surprised that a dude with a mullet, not a girl, is playing 40k because she's got the nose ring. She's already cool. I would actually be like, I'm not surprised she's playing Warhammer. I'm surprised at what I would consider a bogan-looking mullet dude actually playing the Warhammer. Actually, hold on. Tradies love Warhammer. They just won't admit it. Yeah, I definitely know that they play a lot of Warhammer. So maybe I'm the wrong one here. Also, they've put a lot of their rules through the app now, which I really like. And a lot of the rules updates go straight through there, so you no longer need to have a you no longer need to just simply what am I trying to say? You no longer need to bring like 6 reference documents with you. You still can with the printed materials if you like that sort of thing. But thankfully, when you go through like New Recruit and Wahapedia, that also updates pretty fast as well, and that's third party. However, the app, if you wanted to use the official way, is they're kind of keeping it up to date as a not kind of all-in-one thing, because realistically, if Games Workshop can get you to go everything through the app, your codexes will have the code in it to unlock them in the app. Your rules are through the app. If they have a way to like track the battle points, track everything through that app, they have an incentive to basically make it as good as possible so that they'll use the app rather than third-party stuff, because the third-party stuff is really, really good, and anything that has the least amount of resistance is going to be the thing that's popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they can do that, then they win. Like that's why out of all the VTTs, I pretty much just use D&D Beyond now, because it has direct integration. I barely need to set anything up, and I can just start playing.
Yeah.
And in Warhammer, as a denser game format, anything to make getting into it and setting up a game easier is the priority.
Yeah.
I love playing on Tabletop Sim, but the setup of that game needs to be done off stream. Otherwise, most of the stream is setting it up.
Yeah. It's the only reason we haven't played yet, because
we keep.
I have a new computer and I don't have all that stuff downloaded. Yeah,
I mean, like,
I don't remember how we did it.
I've actually, so I still have in Digital Wasteland area, there's just a channel called 40k Tabletop Sim, and the only post in there is how to set it up.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I leave that there for
Maybe
people
I'll
just to put it in, yeah. Okay, so missions. So we got each game is played using a mission. You must generate it before we begin. The mission will tell you how to prepare the battle and deploy your forces. Hey, Kate, by the way, thank you for the hydrate.
Hello, Kate. Oh. Hydrate or die straight.
You can also do so by using the mission deck. The app and stuff usually will also have the mission decks in them now. I also have a different app that I forgot to buy the cards entirely before I went to ARC. And one of the guys there was like, just use an app called Tabletop Battles, because it does the same thing, generates them, randomizes them, and tracks your points all in there. Once again, least resistance. Didn't have to spend $35 on a deck of cards that was irrelevant next month. Which is also amazing. any additional rules in effect. Crucially, it will be also the state the players you need to win. So that's just meaning you gotta. Anyone is unaware. It's just draw a card, tells you what to do in game. You can have a game without all of this and just say kill each other. But the armies are wildly imbalanced for just kill each other fights. So they needed to make up a way for 20 different factions to be good at different things and have. I mean, usually when I used to play as a teenager, it was just go kill each other and kill all your models. However, when you have a Tau army who's really good at shooting people before you can get into melee, that becomes one-sided. So the missions...
Your friends don't want to play with you anymore.
Sorry?
I said then your friends don't want to play with you anymore.
Well, here's the thing. You'll either be that, or like the other army is all melee, and then if they get turn 1, you lose because all they do is charge you and fight you to death. So it's like... You know, you play with objectives, you play with point scoring, and then the killing of each other comes in the form of a secondary mission to be like, kill a couple units and you get some more points. Obviously, the best way to not have someone score points is just to wipe them out completely, but if they score more points than you before you do that, they'll still win. Missions will instruct players to get your army together. The total size of the army is what it should be. You can do through the app for a simple version. They're like, doing so is a rewarding hobby in itself with near limitless narrative themes and combinations of over 24 factions. They're not wrong, but if all you do is make armies and do nothing else, look, that's fine. That's part of the hobby. But I personally want to play it.
I feel called out by that.
Well, no, as in like making our armies, painting it, and is not what I was talking. I was talking about like. Or do you mean you go on there and just like make army lists?
I mostly make army. I guess I paint armies. I don't play as much. I would like to play more.
Oh, I've played
haven't had
the only times I've really played in the last 2 years are going to Ark. That's like almost all of my Warhammer in totality for a year. I barely get to play. When going to a tournament, need rulebook, codex, data cards, and mission card deck. That's official tournament, yes. When we were going to Ark, it's a lot more casual. So they're just like, as long as you know how to play and don't cheat, use whatever, because it's not officially sanctioned in that sense. Yes, when going to a tournament, you do need the proper stuff. Because they want you to move fast in that. You got to play a lot of games. You got to play them in a way that... you got to play it in a way... Because like Ark and stuff would be like, you should bring all your rules and stuff like that. But you get there and no one checks your army list and... This isn't like a call out for a bad thing. It's like they made it easy. They're like, look, we have all of your stuff on hand if you need it. Just have it with you. But you're most likely not going to need to show us or use it unless you need a really... There's not really that guy players at that event. But if you go to a tournament, you will only be playing against sweaty that guy players because they want to win. Whichever faction you choose, you'll have your codex, your army rules specifically. 20 factions, they're not going to put in the 90-page book. That would be terrible for the game. Finally, playing a game of 40k, we'll need to create a battlefield with some terrain. So there is quite a bit of different stuff with the terrain now and how objectives are scored. You can use any surface you can place your model upon. Yeah, this is real intro. We don't need to do that. This is all fluff. Space Marines. Core base rules. Okay. Base rules, core rules. Models. Active player, opposing player. We already know this. You gotta fight each other.
Fight each other.
Oh, actually, they've done it here. Each time a unit is selected to move, the unit's controlling is until the player ends. Each time a unit is selected to shoot or fight. Look, move, shoot, fight. There's your 3 tenets. They've said it in page 1 of the core concepts. Okay, so they kind of make keywords here. So at any given time, one player is the active player and the opponent is the opposing player. The player which changes through the battle, which is probably going to be referenced a lot later. I can see kind of vernacular starting to evolve already. But both players are always one or the other. When one becomes the active, the other becomes the opponent, and vice versa. While it is neither player's turn, e.g. at the start or the end of the battle round, the player who takes the first turn is the active player. Makes sense. Distances, inches, as always. Everything's D6 system. We already know all of this. If it says this plus, rolling for this plus. Hey, thank you for the sub, Mo.
Mohican! 12 months! Yay!
12 months? That's a year!
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole
you're at a new
year!
badge now. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the 12 months of subs.
Hell yeah!
Heck
Oh, I
yeah.
saw that black sword. Looked like they had.
You also subbed out
Would
there,
it be
Lexi?
good to have data
Oh.
cards on hand? Planning to bring A4 folder with data cards that are displayed in their
like-
own little plastic pocket cheats I found.
I would say that not the official. So this is not the official data cards. I would go on to New Recruit, or there's another one called Fancy Scribe. New Recruit can generate you up-to-date faction cards, because if you buy the ones immediately when they release a codex, like the ones coming in Armageddon box, I'm gonna be real, they may be irrelevant within the month because they haven't got into the wider players, which means they don't know how balanced it is. And even no matter how much playtesting is, when a million people do it, you know, 1,000 monkeys on a typewriter will do better than the 20 people playtesting it who already know the rules in the studio. So the problem with data cards is that, yeah, people always get data cards usually in these bundles of things, and you can buy them yourself. But data cards will become obsolete very quickly, and it means that you immediately don't, like, beyond the initial release of the codex, the better way to do it is use the app. If you don't want to use the app on your phone, I print out Fancy Scribe ones. So, for example, when I go on New Recruit, when I go to New Recruit, basically in here, when I make my army list, because this also stays up to date. I think this is only 10th edition though. Yeah, it's still 10th. If I go into my Custodes Arc idea that I had at one point, I can go export, and you can see like pretty. If it says pretty, it'll generate the stat block based on what you chose for war gear, but it'll also be the most up-to-date version. And it's just, you can also take an export version into Fancy Scribe. So where's the Custodes again? List options. If I go export here, I think you can export the ROS. There's a ROS file you can generate, or JSON ROS or ROSZ. And if you go to, I think it's Fancy Scribe, this one makes them look like the ones from the game. So if you go like, yeah, here you go. So it'll generate ones that look like this, and you can print them in color or not color. But they will look like the ones that are official because they've coded it in nicely. You can also upload your own image. So if you want them to look like your models, you can also do that. If you were to do it, it'll also give you like the statistics on it and the points breakdown. Like, it's very tournament friendly. But I would say rather than buying the data cards, then that's less ideal. I would use a digital tool like this to help you make the custom one based on your army list. You could either put it in manually or use the file it generates you to do so instead. You'll have a more streamlined experience. You won't have to reference like 5 documents. Especially when the edition gets on, you got 3 years of edition. There'll be like erratas out the wazoo. So any tool that keeps itself up to date will be the one to use.
So far, Army Builder has been fucking clutch.
It's really good. Yeah, I don't use any. I've not, much like D&D characters, I've not used a physical book to make an army or a character in a long time.
It's like I have some sisters books, but I mostly buy them for the art.
I buy them for like the lore updates, the art, like, and also like it's kind of like a snapshot of where it was at the time.
I think so. I pulled that
the blue
glacier blue into the wings.
Is the layout.
So I have a little bit of like through. So I think that glacier blue. It's so hard to tell because these models are so pale.
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh yeah, you can kind of tell right there. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. So pretty.
Those look great.
Ah!
You gonna do the yellow where those
so
white
good.
bits are, or?
I don't know. I'm debating on what I want because It looks like it's this whatever color I use is the same colors that their armbands are. And right now my armbands on my Guardians are white. They're the same colors at the
Oh,
they've
yeah,
all
yeah,
got
yeah.
like these little armbands here.
Mhm.
So far my Guardians have white armbands because I never really landed on a color I really liked
I was
for
talking
the
about the
armbands. Oh, yeah. Well, so that's why I was saying because like in the art, whatever the alternate color of those feathers are ends up being the color of those armbands. So I've got like you can see here, and it's also
those
on like
armbands. Yeah,
the
sorry.
leader. The leader's got a big one on his head. So
Okay.
I'm trying to. It's gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna put it off for a little while and see how I feel, and then we'll see.
There you go. Fair enough.
Also, hello Mohican.
You doing, Mo? 50 what streak? 15 stream streak. Damn, dude. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we're going over some of the new rules. Leadership roles look to be the same. So if you lose a bunch of your models, you roll a 2d6. They all have a leadership score in here somewhere. Here. If they fail, you get battle shocked. Let's see if battle shock's different. So battle shocked is like just a morale test, basically. If you are battle shocked and if you fail your check, you get battle shocked. Okay, so your objective control becomes nil. It can't gain any. So that in terms of holding objectives, that's the same. The controlling player for that unit, you can't target a unit with stratagems if you are battle shocked, which is very, very bad for you. And there's some things in the mission thing that says do an action. It'll always say how to do an action on that card when it does that, but you can't do actions. And if you're already doing one, it can't be finished. Data sheets. Oh, they've done like, okay, here is move, it is M, toughness is T. So they've simplified all that. They kind of already had that in the Fancy Scribe stuff, but I don't always remember seeing that on the data sheets. Maybe they did last edition. And then you'll have keywords for your units. So I'm assuming all these keywords have changed a bit as well. Infantry, etc. Transport. Here is an example of a data card. They'll have abilities and all this. That's all the same. Moving units. There's maximum distance. So I'm seeing like in bold this keyword. So setup distance and maximum distance. So I mean that's just you move 6 inches. You can't go more than 6. Each time you move a model, it can be moved through friendly models, which is great. Oh, you can move through friendly models entirely now. I don't know if you used to be able to do that when it was a vehicle.
I don't think you could.
So you can just move through your vehicle space now, that sounds like a new thing. You can move through any space its base can fit through, or the vehicle, like, as long as if a vehicle can fit through it, it'll fit through it. As stated, while moving conditions must be met. Base cannot cross the edge of the battlefield, so you have to always stay on the battlefield. And your base cannot be moved through enemy models, so you will be blocked by other models if you can't get that base past their base and or whatever terrain's there, or the bases of 2 models. They need a simplified codex where it's just the rules that are different. They do, but usually it'll be like marked in red. So if you know the 10th rules already, there probably is like an updates area. However, I'm not fine-tooth combing it. I want to see what keywords and stuff are different, because if I read it now, if we read it now, then we'll, when stuff gets updated, we won't miss it. Rotating a model, you can just rotate it. Oh, they've changed this. I think with vehicles, unless later it says different, there used to be a rule at one point in 10th that they updated that if you want to rotate a vehicle, like tilt it or move it on its axis, you used to have to spend a bit of your movement to do that, because I think people were cheating and they would move their model and rotate it, so now it has line of sight even though you didn't really move it more. However, it looks like they may have just done away with it. It just says each time you rotate a model, turn it any amount all around the center of its base. Note that rotating a model does not count the distance it's moved. So I don't know how that counts with vehicles without a base, but it may just be center of the model.
That's what I would imagine it would be.
Most of us don't care. They're like, as long as you're not like using it to gain the advantage, you'll be able to tell when someone is anyway.
As long as you're not being a dick about it.
Pretty much. Like all the minutiae of this are for tournament players because, you know, tournaments are where a lot of people really want to get into. But for any casual player, which is probably the majority of players, I could imagine, they're not going to want to do this all the time, every time, unless they're really sticklers about it. Unit coherency has a... Oh, they've got like little things. Go to 3.03 for coherency. I like that. That's nice. Why did I... No, I don't want to highlight that. Go away.
Is that like a page? It's telling you to go to a page number to look for.
So we're in rule area 3, so it must be like 3.03, as in like third rule in this area.
Oh, okay.
But it's referencing where those are. I wish this was hyperlinked. That would actually be really nice, but it's not. Ending a move. That's all there. See also, so it's like anything that affects moves will be... Okay, that's actually really nice. This isn't actual rules. This is just reference material. See also, frame, monsters and vehicles moving vertically, random movement, strategic reserves. Like all of these now are reference being like, these are the rules that will affect and interact with movement. I like that. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Okay, so here's a direct example with a vehicle with no base. It's actually a sister's tank. Model can move 12 inches. You can move a little bit, rotate, move a little bit, and then rotate again. So now it doesn't cost anything.
Nice.
Models without a base are rotated on central axis.
Very convenient because, yeah, I mean, using a sister's sister's tank is perfect because none of the sister's tanks come with bases.
Yeah, and the Tau tanks have a weird floaty base, but it's way smaller than the tank is itself, so you still have to abide by that same rule. But also, you can use the Tau tank without the floaty base, so it kind of fits in both. I usually don't use the floaty base because the stem's so small it snaps off anyway. Coherency is the same by the look of it. So in coherency, you just need to be... Your squad just needs to be within 2 inches of itself. Because if you break it up too much, people cheat. And... Oh, they've changed this. I don't know when they changed this. The coherency for a bigger squad, it needs to be within 9 inches horizontally of every other model. So they need to walk in a little bulk group. Because there was a very old version where someone won a game. They set all of their crew up in a line at the back of the field. And then they infiltrated half their models up the board as well. And then they put all these models in the enemy deployment. And basically, he won the game through a very small technicality that the other opponent couldn't deploy at all. Therefore, his models, when the game started, counted as destroyed. You have all your models destroyed, you win. So there's a very funny picture where a dude's just doing this beside like a rules guy and another guy just like reading the rules, being like, I don't know what to tell you. He did that legitimately. And that was an official tournament ruling too. It was really funny. They clamped that rule immediately afterwards. That one was so funny.
Jeez Louise. That's fucking off. I would have
it would
hate such people so much.
I know. People dubbed it the Kroot conga line.
Oh my god.
It was incredibly funny, but I would hate losing to that. Yeah, pretty clever, but an asshole tactic. Regaining coherency. If one or more units are not in coherency, you can move them all together. Models removed. Oh, hold on. Sorry, no. If you're not in coherency at the end of the major turn, the ones that aren't in coherency are destroyed. So remove them one at a time until they are in coherency again. Models removed this way are gone, but they do not trigger rules then when they are destroyed. So it's an incentive to be like, don't spread your models out, otherwise they die.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, a model's engagement range is now bigger. It's within 2 inches and 5 inches vertically. It used to be 1 inch, so now you can't be as close. That's all the same. So if you're in engagement range, it just means that you're probably going to be in melee. 2 inch between, but have to keep within a 9-inch bubble. Maximum 2 inches. Yeah, it's incentivizing you to keep them like pretty close. The only thing that I don't like is that when you have a squad of 20 guys, that's really hard to keep them within 9 inches of themselves.
Do you have? Is that a thing? A squad of 20 guys?
Yeah, Kroot, guardsmen, any kind of horde style army can have usually 20 or maybe even 30 sometimes models in the squad. Usually they're really easy to kill. I think it doesn't get larger than 20, but you could have 20 plus characters as well. So you could easily have like 22 to 23 models in the squad. Or in the case of Space Marines, if you can attach like a squad of characters that consists of 5 characters on top of your 10, you could get like to 25 or so. Presuming they're allowed to attach. So coherency within 9. It's also 9-inch squared as well, so it's like, what's that look like, you know? So every model's within 2 inches, and every model is within 9 inches of every other model. 9 inches is a fair bit, though. Yeah, it's 9-inch diameter. I mean, on this board, it's still like fairly spread out, but I understand how that's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna go. That's a new one because they didn't used to have the 9-inch from memory. But also, if they did used to have it, people were like, eh. Sometimes it's hard to put models down. Selecting, shooting, fighting. So while shooting, you can select all of your ranged weapons, but when you're fighting, unless it has special rules, you can only ever select one melee weapon that the model has. So like, I know in the Tyranid Hive Tyrant, for example, its weapon profile will say extra attacks on one of them. That just means it's got like, you know, in D&D, the light property, it just makes the extra attack as part of the main fight phase. Selecting targets when you're shooting. You can't shoot into things that are in combat unless it's like got a special rule like a vehicle. You can't shoot it otherwise. Vehicles usually can shoot within combat, but they can only shoot the ones that it's in combat with. Or it gets a penalty or something like that.
That's like something that's within 2 inches of it, right?
When the yeah. So if it's in combat, like it'll be within that 2-inch range.
It's the last time I played 40K was the last time you and I played, and so I'm very rusty at our rule.
That's all right. I came fresh off ARC, so like I'm just like, what does this translate as? Oh, maybe these green ones are the new rules. Hold on. I keep seeing stuff highlighted in green. I'm like, is that the new stuff? I missed something. F green. Oh yeah. On the following pages,
Shodan.
References to additional app content are in green. Okay. Okay, so it's the app content. Hey Shodan, popping me head in to say hi. No worries. Thank you for coming by. Checking out the new rules. I mean, we're already like 15 pages in, so like it's not like these are nice big double space things to make it readable, right? Why is he rolling dice in that image when she's trying to do her movement? Because they're cheating. Mullet Man cheats. That's what we're learning today.
Mullet Man cheats.
If we go through this book, I'm going to find so many instances of Mullet Man cheating, I bet.
What a jerk.
Resolve attacks, so that's all the same. Select weapon, select target. Attack sequence. Okay, they've got a way to do the sequence of it now. Identical attacks that have the same thing. Splitting attacks, you just roll. Okay, if there are any weapons targeting the same with it not been used, otherwise it if they're things that have identical dice, you use those weapons, and then you can do different ones that have not. They're trying to kind of do this thing called fast rolls as well, where it's not pre-rolling your things, but because you have to roll like 30 dice at a time sometimes, but they have different weapon profiles. What they're trying to encourage is what we do, where it's like, all right, and a lot of it's like a very much like a home ruled thing. Get this color dice to be this weapon on this squad. Get this color dice to be this weapon, and just roll them all at the same time and go, red is on 2s, green is on 3s, etc. And so you'll have a better time doing that. Also just speeds up the game, because these games go for long enough already. Splitting attacks looks the same. So you gotta just designate them when they're selected to shoot. You gotta, if the model is shooting different weapons at different targets. Actually, is that the same still? Splitting melee, resolving attacks, making attacks when shooting. Yeah, so when you shoot, you can shoot different targets. When shooting or fighting, you can select different targets for each weapon. So that's still the same. Some models are equipped. Okay, so sidearms or things that can be shot in combat, like pistols, they now have the close quarters weapon tag. So that's new. It used to have pistol, but it says close quarters instead in brackets now. So it may say pistol close quarters, or it might just say close quarters. For example, there's 2 new battle suits in Tau that can shoot in close combat instead of they don't have weapons like swords. They just blast you with their gun as their melee weapon profile. So it might just say it has the close quarters tag instead now. The same gun can't choose different units, so you'll always be shooting the same squad with the same gun. Hit rolls, d6. Unmodified 1 will always fail still. Unmodified 6 will be a crit. Oh, sorry. So I got done with my first reel. I hate how editing on Instagram functions. Yeah, I don't love it. Oh, big stretch.
Big stretch and a hydrate.
And a hydrate. I do not like editing on Instagram. Is CapCut still good? Or like Premiere Rush? I know those are both on mobile and they're free, I think. Also, no worries, Shodan, if you've already left. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Very curious to see how it goes with the new saving throws. I haven't seen new saving throws. I'll get there soon. Hitting is normal. Making a wound roll. So unmodified 1 again. So I like the... This has been in 10th as well. Unmodified 1 will always fail no matter what, because you can't have a... like... I think in an older edition, if you could buff your guys too much, you would be able to hit on a 1+, which is like, well, why roll? Not touching Adobe because, yeah, no, so fair. I am fucking... CapCut might have AI? Goddamn. I'm too locked into Adobe, unfortunately. I just explicitly don't use any of their generative features. Oh, I've also been using not their full pricing for many years, and I will continue to do that because I think they're a ripoff. No worries, Shodan. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I got trapped in the ecosystem of that one. Wound rolls, the same thing. 6s and 1s, crits and fails. Attack strength versus toughness. Okay, so this is nice. There used to be a huge ugly table before 10th edition. Now it's just like strength bigger than toughness, better roll. Strength lower than toughness, worse roll. Strength equal to toughness, middle of the road roll, 50%. And then if you do half or twice, you'll be on the best result, which is a 2+ or a 6+. Yeah. Just means that if you have a little plinky gun, probably won't do anything against big tank. Save rolls. Okay, so is this a new thing? The opposing... Okay, so saving rolls. I assume this is armor saves. Okay, yeah. Wounds, saves, invulnerable characteristics. When you make saving... Okay, this looks different. I've kind of... Yeah, share the short, actually. That would be good. Because I'm reading this going like, oh, this one seems to be fairly new. Divide all the models in the unit into following groups as many times as required. One group for each character. One group for every other model with the same characteristic. Then declare the order in which those groups will have attacks allocated to them and apply all of the following. If a non-character group contains a model, it must be them first. No character can be earlier than a non-character. So this is kind of like refining the bodyguard rules by the look of it. Character must containing a model that's lost one or more wounds must be earlier than ones that haven't been damaged. And the opposing player makes one save roll for each attack wounded by the target. Yeah, that's honestly, it's the same. It's just way wordier. Just link that in the chat, Black Sword, if you got it. Inflicting damage, so save rolls working from lowest to highest. Okay. Oh, thank you. All right, here we go. Let's see how loud this goes.
Save rolls are changing in 40k 11th edition, and with that, also how you roll dice.
Oh Jesus, that's so quick. God, ADHD fucking TikTok era, huh? All right, here we go. So rolling all your dice at once in 40k 11.
Save rolls are changing in 40k 11th edition, and with that, also how you roll dice. Now, in previous editions, you would roll dice one at a time, allocating them to your models, because your character was going to die last. So you'd have to slow roll every single dice until you've killed off your models. However, in this new edition, with these quote-unquote jump pack assault marines and the chaplain, you roll the dice for the shots done by the Centurion Devastator squad using their missiles, generating 8 shots with those rockets. Let's just say they all hit and roll a wound. Now, the next step would usually be to separate out your dice and roll one at a time. However, in 11th edition, you roll them all at once. Then, as you go, you separate each of the individual dice rolls out. Then, starting from the lowest, allocate each one to each model, rolling your D3 damage as you go and killing off models until you're out of dice, or until you arrive at the character, but you're not re-rolling. The chaplain has a 4-up invul, so with the dice already rolled, you take the 3.
Oh, okay. This is what fast. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Did you? All right. This is interesting, Leia. You should watch it. It's actually pretty quick.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I realized that you were watching something, and I was like, shit, I didn't click it.
Look, the long and short of it is, the footnotes is, when you make your saving throws now, don't change the color of your dice, because the old version used to be like, I'm gonna allocate this, and then I have to slow roll to see if my guy dies, and then roll this. Now, every shot you roll, so it's saying here, I'm gonna shoot 8 rockets at the guy, 7 of them wound. Now I'm just going to roll all of the armor saves at once. I roll every dice, and then it makes sense. You take out, you roll a 1 here. So you got 4 guys and a chaplain. You roll 3 1s, a 3, 2 4s, and a 6. So out of your rolls, you've got, okay, this rocket hits a 1, a 1, and a 1. You've got 3 guys there. Okay, so 1 damage, one damage goes to here, 1 damage goes to here, 1 damage goes to here. And that's the one. So you're just working upwards. Out of the rolls, it means that your lower tier squad guys in that squad will die first, and then you end up reserving the higher rolls for your characters because naturally they'll be tougher, which makes more sense. So you don't have to be like, I'm going to do 5 here and then 5 on the character, because what if your character dies and no one else dies? It's saying to speed it up, roll all of your dice at once, and then use the lowest rolls in order of going. And that's why I guess it's in rolling into groups. You kill the guys that aren't the characters first. You kill the character, then you kill the character with the least amount of wounds. And that way, you'll be working up the chain anyway, because that's what you would do. It's just a faster way of doing it. Also, weirdly enough, protects your characters more in this way. Which we'll see if is a good or bad thing, but I think the slow rolls thing sucks. I don't like that. But that's what you get when you want to attach models to squads. I think this is cleaner. But also we'll have to see how it goes. But overall, I think I like this better. But that's how to do saving rolls at the very least.
We shall see.
Exactly. So we shall see. And that also counts for like AP and invulnerable saves. So if you roll the 3, 4, 6, and your guy has a 4+ invuln, you will still take the 1 wound, or you'll take the damage roll for that failed save later on as well. And then AP effects is normal. Strength and AP, modifying the result by the AP characteristic equal to the greater the save characteristic. Any other result inflicts damage. Unmodified 1 inflicts damage. Okay. Resolve damage, destroy based on dead. Here's an image of how to do it. We've kind of been through it. That short was really handy. That explained it nicely. There's a lot of Battle Sisters models in these. I kind of dig it. It's not just Space Marines over and over again, which is probably very intentional because I'm so sick. I'm not so sick. I'll forever be bored of the poster boys. Inflict damage. Attacking attached units. Yeah, we've all got that. Okay, so they've got a pretty good explanation via the visuals. We've already kind of done all of this now. Declare order. Okay, so half of these pages are like visible documentation of the examples, which is nice. It's very intro friendly. Second contains additional rules and concepts that most frequently used by making attacks. So visibility is still there. Line of sight. You need to draw an imaginary line at least 1 mil wide. Yeah, the little. Oh yeah, hold on. Oh, also Envy. Hey, sorry, I missed that.
Hey,
Welcome
Envy.
in, welcome in. Yeah, that video helped me figure it out a lot better than reading. Yeah, look, we had 5 pages versus a 1-minute video. I think you should just decide it goes who based on whether they're just a little guy or not. Also, hey Mika, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey.
Just a little guy. I mean, that is effectively the little guy home rule. Is exactly what this says. Kill your little guys first, then your big guy. It's the same rule.
It's just a little guy.
Line of sight. Models in use, it could be visible or fully usable. Note that terrain rules apply additionals. Mortal wounds. So mortal wounds is just no save. Too bad. Yeah, that's kind of it on that one. I'm keen for someone to test the little guy defense in court. I mean, you could be the first one. You could set the case precedent. It could be the little guy defense case Envy versus the world. Resolve damage, mortal wounds. Okay, hazard rolls. It's the same thing. Model visible, model fully visible. What's the difference between visible and fully visible? Is there just actually a thing there? Okay, models can be either visible or fully visible. Okay, that's... Okay, I don't know why there's 2 tags for it. Alright.
Well... I mean, see, it shows it right there. Is if you're fully visible, then you're partially behind something.
I'm like,
right?
Do we need the distinction there to like, because like the corner of this guy's base is in the thing, but he now only counts as visible, not fully. And there's got to be something later that's like the difference between visible and fully visible. Otherwise, such an arbitrary distinction. Oh, look at these beautiful elder.
Charge, Your Honor, but consider makes puppy eyes. I'm just a little guy.
I'm a little guy. What's the little guy home rule? It's you're rolling all of your dice at once. You're rolling all of your dice at once and then allocating your damage based on the lowest to the highest. Basically, your guy, your squad, then your characters, then your leaders.
Okay. Can I divert for a second?
Yes.
I'm curious. So I'm sitting here thinking, what is this supposed to be colored? Because you keep saying it's like spirit.
It is.
Something.
The material is Wraithbone.
Okay, so it's Wraithbone. So should it be brown, or is it supposed to be?
In the official art, it's like a brownish color. I mean, it's kind of like whatever you want, really. I mean, I can see another official art, and it's kind of like a bleachy bone color.
I was like, should I make it a color that I intend to use? Like, I got some what is this?
So here is
Basilicanthum gray. That could be maybe kind of cool.
Depends how contrasty you want it with the rest of the model, really.
I mean,
this
I want
one
it
actually.
to
This
look
one looks kind of
cool.
nice.
I want it to look cool with my icy boys.
These ones are kind of icy already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, these are all painted in contrast as well.
Hmm.
The Cassandra yellow.
Yeah.
This is definitely like a watered down. That actually might just be 2 coats of Pilar.
I was gonna say it looks a little gray, so it might be Space Wolf.
Oh, you're right. That's totally Space Wolf. I was gonna say this looks like it's Skelly Horde, but watered down as well. Skelly
So
Horde. Are
I'm
you
like,
wanting warm or cool?
I kind of want it cool to kind of go with the theme.
You got Wildwood at all? Oh, you want gray or brown?
I was thinking gray, but maybe gray will go too well with
I was gonna say cool
some of
brown.
my stuff.
If you water down Wildwood, it's like a really cool neutral brown.
Oh, I don't have Wildwood.
What's the, you got Dryad Bark in the normal paint color?
I do.
I think Dryad Bark would be pretty similar. I think it's the non-contrast version. You could make that into like a wash.
I'll think about it. I'll see what I'm gonna do.
Where's me rules at? Oh, there they are. Battle
Sorry.
round, battle round. No, you're all right. I was like, battle round, player turns, end of battle round. That's all the same. Start of turn step. So there's like, what's it say? It's like 7 phases in the game. However, there's really only like, your command phase is just like upkeep, like in Magic. Movement phase, shoot phase, charge phase, fight phase. I thought they were going to combine charge and fight, but it's the same thing. It's all fight phase. And then end of turn. So there's still really only 4 major things. And command is like half a thing. So it's like 3.5 major things. Upkeep, move, shoot, fight. And then there's just like the if you need to break things down into more of a, you know, in a chain of events, similar to like the stack. It'll give you that. Oh, like your mission rules always trigger at the end of the turn step. Command phase, gain command points. Battle shock test, command abilities, all the same. End command phase, yeah, it's all the same. So you figure out if there's any passes or anything. Some army rules, like Imperial Guard, have to issue what's called orders, which is like an ability for the turn itself. Movement phase, move units, remain stationary, normal move, advance move, fallback move, disembark move. Okay, ingress move's a new keyword I keep seeing. So we'll get to there soon. Select a unit, it moves. You select a unit on the battlefield in strategic reserves or embarked in a transport, then you move it. I think they've streamlined what it means to be strategic reserves and deep strike as well. I think that's a major one that I remember having changes on. Select move, move phase, remain okay, so they've got like keyword here is like remain stationary is like the action you take now, but they've put it in like a box text as well.
God.
Advance. Okay. Advance roll by rolling 1d6. Oh, I thought advance was advance used to be Scarlet Song. Thank you for the raid.
Have we just been raided?
Scarlet Song!
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome in every raider. Scarlet.
Welcome,
How you
welcome,
doing?
welcome.
How you doing, Scarlet? Wonderful to see you. Flowers for us. Thank you for the flowers.
Thank God.
How are you doing? How are you doing? Wonderful to see you all. Welcome in. We are checking out the new 11th edition rules and doing some hobbying at the same time. You got so much art done? Hell yeah.
Hell
Full
yeah.
project still? I'm assuming yes. Yeah, we're checking out the Warhammer 11th edition rules that came out like last week, I want to say. And seeing what's different,
Yeah.
mostly. Also so we can stay on top of them, because I know I'm terrible at keeping up. Only 100 to go. Oh my gosh. You'll get through there. You'll get through. You are powerful and strong. You are powerful
Yeah.
and strong. Yes, if you need a raid and run, no worries. Thank you for bringing everyone here. If you haven't been here before, I'm Leia. This is Matt. And we're doing some
What?
hobbying this morning. Well, for the next 15 minutes it will be morning. But yeah, we're around here every this time this week and forever onwards until we don't want to do it anymore.
Every this time this week.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. in your time zone when we start, and it's 10 a.m. in my time zone for Australian. You're gonna recycle some 10-cent bottles. Let's go snack money. I usually recycle my bottles to get more bottles. Make it slightly cheaper when I spend way too much on it, and then I get a small amount back. The supermarket up their prices anyway to cover the cost of it being recycled, but that's it. The fucking shitty capitalism for you. I need to do that. Yeah, we got a couple tubs that I want to go do soon. Okay, rules. Anyone who used to play 10th, did advanced rolls used to be 2d6? It feels like it's smaller now with 1d6.
It was definitely 2d6.
It was 2, right? Well, now it's 1d6.
Yeah. Because I remember I would do a lot of charging with my Repentias.
And this is an advanced move, so in movement phase. Charge is still 2, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, advance. Maybe it was 1 then.
Oh wait, I literally have Thingo up right now. Where's the core rules? Core rules. You can literally just check. I have the old rules in this here. Move units remain advanced moves. So, okay. A lot of us were doing this wrong. An advanced move is 1d6 on top of your regular movement.
Yes, that
Okay,
sounds
no,
correct.
that is. Thinking about it, maybe it was the same and I'm just remembering wrong. And maybe I'm mixing it with charge rules.
I think you're mixing it up with charge rules.
I think that makes more sense. So it's like, why is it 2d6? Because everyone moves like a lot anyway.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it looks nice. Which
This
one's
is
that?
just. This
Kelly?
is just some Cygor Brown
Oh,
in
it's a bit warmer.
with some contrast paint. I think it's still pretty warm, but
I think it works.
it's not as warm as like Skeleton Horde or anything like that. So thinking
You could probably water it down more because that's a pretty punchy color and draws the eye a bit more than the model itself almost. I mean, on the spirit thing, it's fine anyway. Oh, that looks good.
I just patted it really hard, probably a bit too hard.
I mean,
I think I've got. I'll
fine.
figure it out.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You don't
It'll be
really
fine.
use that in game anyway. I don't actually know if
Well, that's
you do.
why I'm testing on it. So
Yeah. I don't remember if you do or not. I don't think you do.
I don't know. I have like 7 million of them now because I have the
Yeah, one
have
comes
those
in each thing.
fucking. Well, so the spiders come with one.
They all do.
Do
Do the Dire
they don't.
Avengers?
The Dire Avengers come with one. I hate Dire Avengers so much right now.
They're just guys. They're
Um,
just guys to me with the
No.
mohawks.
It's not even that. It's the fucking kits are awful to
Yeah,
put
they're
together.
old and shitty.
They're
I think I was warning you
awful.
about this actually from memory.
I think I remember you complaining more about the spiders than anything else.
No, the new spiders are good. The old models that you bought in the patrol, the oldest models are the Dire Avengers and the Wraith Guard next.
I mean, the Wraith Guards were not that bad to put together, apart from my issue with the
Yeah, those Dire Avengers.
Cauldron, but
Dire Avengers are old kit.
those Dire Avengers. Oh, I want to punch somebody so bad.
Yeah. I really wish they brought out like a Dire Avenger kill team kit, and if it's just if it's the new Guardian models with just like an upgrade sprue, that's all it needs to be, because that's actually what, when we used to have 3rd edition or whatever, that's what the Dire Avengers used to be. They used to be the 3rd edition Guardian kit with a bunch of metal heads. and then the leader would have that blade thing, and that was metal as well. Like that was the only difference. And then for some reason they separated it off without an upgrade sprue and made it worse.
All right.
Not
I'm
ideal.
wondering also if I could cool this down with a little bit of blue.
Hmm. Oh, like a touch of
I said,
frost heart or something.
God, Cygor is fucking intense.
It's a punchy color, yeah. What else we got? You still can't charge or start an action if you advance, unless you have a special rule, obviously.
I do remember that, yeah.
Some rules have fallback moves, which are exclusive moves. The fallback move is if you're in combat, you can fall back. You can select a fallback mode. I mean, this is the same thing. What? Okay, this one's... Okay, while moving, Desperate Escape is a model that's moved through enemy units. Okay, so you're just pushing through the enemy. After moving, your movement, you have to be outside of that 2 inches. If your unit is bottled... Oh, okay, okay, I understand now. Ordered Retreat, which is just a fallback move. I don't know why they needed a keyword for it. If you're not battle shocked and you're in melee, you can just retreat, no problem. If you're battle shocked, you have to Desperate Escape. If you Desperate Escape, you have to make a battle shock roll. And if you fail that roll, your models will die. Well, each one that fails it or something like that. Desperate Escape. If your unit's not battle shocked until the end of the turn. When you fall back, you're usually not eligible to shoot, charge, or start an action. There are things that let you do that, usually a stratagem. I guess the Desperate Escape thing might be in like the combat area. Oh, a hazard roll. Desperate Escape. If you do a hazard roll and you fail the hazard roll, you die. Okay, so that's we've done that earlier. Shooting. Okay, so that's all the movement. Shooting. Start of shooting, you just select, you shoot, and then there's keywords there. So if it's like you're eligible to shoot, if you don't advance unless you have a rule, you will then shoot, and then you can't shoot again. That's about it. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then your keywords will come out. It'll be assault shooting. If you have an assault keyword, you can advance and shoot. Pretty easy. While shooting, you can only do the ones with assault in there, or if there's a rule that says all your units in this squad now have assault. Cool. Close quarters shooting. If you are engaged and did not make an advance move in the same turn, and you got to have close quarters weapons, easy. Models in your unit can only target enemy units it's engaged with. For monster and vehicles, each time a monster or vehicle model in your unit that makes an attack, unless that attack is made with close quarters, you just -1 off the hit roll. If that attack is a blast weapon, you're not allowed to shoot it, because otherwise you'll blow up yourself. And then non-monsters, non-vehicles, you can only select close quarters stuff. So just basically it's the big guns never tire rule, just condensed a bit. Monsters and vehicles still allowed to shoot in combat. And they're made with, unless it's made with close quarters, you get -1 on the roll. Super fine. Indirect shooting. I heard this changed. So, like your mortar weapons, your missile launcher weapons, sometimes you just don't need line of sight. If it has indirect fire, you can attack things not visible. Oh, okay, this is different. I like this better. Each time you have an indirect fire, the target just simply has benefit of cover. You cannot re-roll the hit roll. An what the fuck? Oh, this is different. An unmodified hit roll of a 1 to 5 fails unless you didn't move this turn, and then the target is visible. In which case, 1 to 3 now fails. Okay, so that's different. If you can't... Okay, so what's the footnotes here? Indirect fire. If you can't see the model, 1 to 3 will always fail. If you move, 1 to 5 will always fail. And no matter what, if you can't see them, they will always have benefit of cover. So, bit of a give and take there. Which is going to be interesting because what does that mean for the ballistic skill of the weapon? Do you just simply use that when you can see them? Who knows? So 1 to 3 will always fail. So it's always a 50% chance indirect will fail now. And then they have benefit of cover. I think that might make them worse overall. But we will see. Imperial Guard probably hate that.
I was gonna say, man, Alex is gonna hate that when he hears it. He's got so many
that got a lot more
fucking
convoluted.
mortars.
Look, I reckon Imperial Guard, when they get their new stuff, will probably help. Like, there's probably a detachment that's going to be like, you can roll your regular ballistic skill when you do indirect fire. It's probably going to be something like that. And there's probably going to be like a mortar battery detachment, you know?
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a problem because, like, I know for, like, an Alex's playstyle, he's going to stick his stuff in the back and it won't move. So it won't be too much of a problem.
So, I mean, the mortar units that I have in my Votann, the interesting thing I had was, like, they actually hit on a 5+ normally.
Hey, speak of the devil.
There he is. So, my Votann actually got a buff from that rule. Because... Oh, hold on. It says, in which case an unmodified will always fail. I think the ballistic skill still counts. So you just can't get better than a 4+. But for my instance, where you were already hitting on a 5+, it means you still only hit on a 5+. You just can't get better than a 4+, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if it's worse or better. We'll find out. It definitely caps the amount of effectability. It probably means that things that were abusing that rule, like if you indirect fire on a 2+, that probably is now gone.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. You can't see them. Unless it's like, yeah, there'll be a special rule that overrides it. There's always a special rule that overrides. Charge phase. Oh, I know this is different too. So, charge rolls, I think, are cleaner from memory. People are liking this one better. So, you do your charge phase 1 at a time as normal. However, the difference is you choose your unit to declare a charge. And as long as you can charge, you can do a charge. If you're not within 12 inches, you can't charge no matter what. I guess, unless there's a rule. If you made an advance or fallback, you normally can't charge. Now, here's where it's different. Normally, we'd make a double, like you'd roll 2d6, and you see that becomes your distance that you can charge up to the maximum. What's different now is what you used to do, roll 2d6. That's how far you can make a charge. And if you're like, I'm going to charge this unit and roll 2d6, if it's not, you just fail. It's a little different now in that you attempt the charge instead. So you'll say, I want to charge, and you roll the 2d6 first. And then after you know how much distance you charge, you now can select the unit to charge.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
So
I like that.
I like that better. Because it means if you're like, fuck, I can't charge the thing 10 inches away, but there's this other little group 3 inches away, you can now change target. So
I think I might end up doing a darker color on these. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
All right.
I thought you were finished.
The only other thing in the charge move is it says if you still want to. So if you go, I want to charge, roll a 3 instead of your 10 you need, and there's a 3 away, but you're like, I actually don't want to charge them. There's no rule now saying that you have to charge that one that's closer. So that's a nice quality of life thing there. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just thinking about it. I've done these bases. I put a little bit of the blue in that Cygor brown and got like a nice, like neutral. It's again very, very light
Yeah.
brown. But I'm starting to think that like we were looking at those ice bases earlier and they had very dark black rocks.
Yeah, it's like that dark
almost like
gray
basalt.
Basilicanum area. Yeah.
I think I might end up doing that.
Because it was I think it
Later
was the
down the road.
Astro. I mean, so it was just the rocks that were there, and they had just like the regular brown kind of dirt color for the main brown, and
Oh,
then they
they
just
look
put like
like-
snow on it.
I thought they looked like they were black, but we'll have to see.
What's up?
What? A friend of mine just texted me that they got tickets to a D20 burlesque show at Gen Con.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh yeah, it's kind of a mix of both, hey. It's like that light dirt kind of mixed with some gray in it. Actually, the one on the far left is kind of the example there.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so that wasn't the one that I was thinking of, but I do like that. I thought we saw some ones that were like
Oh, well, yeah, it was that 3-pack
Black Rock.
that I had. I think it's these ones. These are the winter bases I was showing. Was it the winter bases with like the rock and the grasses?
possibly. So I
Oh,
might
maybe it's the
be
color
mistaken.
on this.
Oh yeah, I think it might be that.
Yeah, because that's still the dark brown.
Okay, so still dark brown. Okay, can you
link it.
link those to
Yeah,
me just so I can like just
Specifically
shoot
those
those to me?
ones?
Just like those winter bases,
Awesome.
so I can like draw some inspiration from some of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I really like those.
I mean, yeah, all of this stuff is their product. So the grass, I'm pretty sure they sell the rocks. I don't know if they sell the snow paste. But the Vallejo stuff works.
I've got lots of Valhalla Blizzard that I
I love
haven't
that
used.
stuff, yeah.
It is pretty excellent.
I've got that one. I've got the Vallejo thick mud, and I've got the Vallejo like winter paste one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that gritty, nice stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
charging, normal, that's all there.
So I don't love that. Surprisingly.
The which one?
I don't like how pale.
Yeah, you could just do a second coat, same thing.
I just don't think that like I'm vibing with it.
It's too pale.
It's too pale. I think I definitely want to do something that's gonna pop on the base a little bit better. I did whack it on the other ones just in case I
Yeah.
ended up liking it, but yeah.
I mean,
think,
if you still want the brown, you could just do a second coat, because it'll saturate it a little more.
Yeah, I think I just I might end up going with the gray. Hey, Pixel.
How you doing? Welcome in. Doing some of the new
Welcome.
11th rules, 40k,
What am I doing?
and then you're doing some swoopy hawks.
This guy. I'm doing some swoopy hawks. They're turning out really cool. This purple is. I am so happy with that.
Yeah, it looks
Got the
great.
purple on there. I'm using the same apothecary. I was gonna call it great, but it's technically apothecary white
Yeah, yeah.
on
weapons?
on the guns.
Yeah, I think that adds some nice
Um,
depth to it. Also a cooler white as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the blue to like tie it in with the rest of the rest of the blue army is gonna look really nice. So yeah, I'm really digging it. I'm so happy. I'm
Nice.
so happy.
Oh, sorry, big yawn.
No, you're all good. Big yawn.
Oh, big yawn.
Big yawn.
Units engaged with all the targets, cannot be engaged with one or more. Okay, so you can't charge something next to something else unless you intend to charge it. Oh, so okay, so when you charge, if you want to charge more than one thing that's close by, you have to select them all as charge targets, and that way you can move within 2 of each of them. And then you'll fight first unless a rule states otherwise. That's all normal. Start of the fight phase, you'll have that stuff there. Both players will now make a pile-in move at the start of that fight phase. All of their eligible units, they're eligible if they're making moves. Follow the pile-in. Okay, so I think this is different.
That
Pile-in
sounds
move.
definitely different.
Yeah, I thought you did pile-in after you fought the first time or something like that.
I thought
could be
so
wrong.
too.
So you make a pile-in move. Whoever charged first, and the pile-in move is an extra 3 inches. So if you've succeeded your charge, you make your pile-in. So before moving pile-in, if your unit is engaged, select every enemy unit engaged with. What? Oh, pile-in targets. Yeah. Otherwise, if you select one or more units within 5 inches of your unit. Huh? I don't understand this. Fight phase. Okay, so it is engaged. It can make a charge. It was selected to make an overrun fight this phase. What the fuck is the overrun fight? What is an overrun fight? Have I missed something there?
Oh god.
Oh, just further down. It's further down. No, hold on. Did I just skip it? No, I didn't skip it. It was just, I don't know why it was. Okay, so overrun fight is further down in the page. Let's read overrun fight because I don't know what it means. Overrun fight. If you are eligible, if you're unengaged or were unengaged at the start of the fight step but became engaged during the fight phase, you can make an additional pile-in move.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Okay,
So pile in and then pile in again.
So you can make a pile-in move if it was selected to make an overrun. There must be a rule that gives it overrun. Okay. So basically it's like you can pile in a second time if you can make an overrun fight. Before moving, you select your pile-in target. If your unit's engaged, select every enemy unit. Otherwise, select within it's 5 inches. Okay, fair enough. Models in base-to-base contact. While moving, they had to be in base-to-base contact. Each model that's moved must end its move closer to the closest pile-in target and engaged if possible. After moving, you have to be engaged. Each model that started its move engaged is still engaged, and it has to be after that pile-in. To fight, resolve fight, combat. Okay. The unit is eligible to fight if it has not been already selected. And resolve fight first, resolve remaining. Okay, so with this, you pile in. The red, okay, and I need the images for this one. So normal fight, players alternate, choosing which ones to fight. The player selects their monster to normal fight, blows up tank. Overrun fight. The blue player has no fights first, so the red player selects their next unit. The red player selects another fights first unit. This unit is unengaged, but was engaged with the transport. So you can make an overrun to make a second pile-in move to engage that unit that's disembarked, then fights destroying 2 models. Okay. That's a new thing. That's, I think if there's a video that anyone knows, that might be a better one to watch as well. That seems new and convoluted.
That didn't make any sense,
So,
unfortunately.
Yeah, and I was reading the images as well. Okay, so
Yeah.
start of fight phase. Both red units made charge moves. They go in. That's fine. The red player makes pile-in move first. Red player move guy in more. That's fine. Blue pile-in move more. Model is base-to-base contact. They are not moved. Cool. Make fight. Resolve fight first. Yep. Resolve remaining. The eligible to fight. Okay, so you go back to the eligible to fight thing. So if you are eligible to fight, Okay, this is not clear. Oh, okay. There's a little sidebar here. When a unit makes an overrun fight, its models can be moved such that the enemy units that were unengaged now become engaged. This needs to be in a separate box. And may even be able to if they're next to fights first units. Okay, so overrun fight, normal fight, engaged. You make attacks. Overrun fight, you are eligible if you are unengaged or were unengaged at the start of the fight, but became engaged during the fight. Effect, you can make an additional pile-in move and then fight. So, if your unit was unengaged or became unengaged during the fight step and then became engaged again.
It's a very odd
This is
circumstance.
not clear. This is not clear. So, the red player blow up tank. It is no longer within the 2 inches, so it is not engaged. Is how I'm reading this. And this is based on the image, just walking through it as well. So players alternate. Fights first must be selected before, which is fine. Fights first is all of the corn models there. The red player selects their monster. It makes a normal fight, and the monster destroys the transport. The embarked unit gets out. It's unengaged. That's fine. That's normal. The blue player has no fights first, so the red player goes again with the stuff that hasn't fought. Oh, okay. The red player selects their unit, which is the Marines, and it's unengaged now, but it was with the transport, so it was still in melee and had all its charge successfully. So to follow up the attack, overrun fight triggers. It makes another pile-in move to try and get there, and then fights, killing 2 models, and then the blue player finally goes. All right. So, laying it out, if you kill the thing you're engaged with, if you kill the thing you were engaged with already before the other guys of yours take a turn to fight, you can move to another unit and keep fighting. That's how that sounds. But it's a whole unit, so if half of your guys kill the rest of those other guys, you can't move on again. Okay, so I guess that makes more sense. Just hard to piece apart, I gotta say. Or am I just dumb? Am I reading that bad?
I'm not entirely sure. I absorb information better if I were to read it myself.
That's it. Like, I've got it on screen, but like... Okay, so the way... unless I'm wrong, 2 models go in, 1 model kill first one. There's models nearby that are not engaged with the other guys. Your guys are no longer engaged, the ones that haven't fought yet. And now they just run into the other guys to continue to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
That's how it reads. Consolidate. It is the fight phase. Okay, so consolidation. If it was eligible to fight this phase, it goes on and does a sec. It's basically consolidation is after all combat done, basically make a second or third in this instance pile-in move. So it's to get the rest of your guys in the combat. After moving, each model needs to still be engaged. So that's more or less the same. The thing that I actually have a feeling is different. I'm wondering if what it used to be is if you had a guy, so you have your line of like 3 guys here fighting the tank. But this 5th guy, so 4 guys fighting the tank, 'cause they're in contact with it. This 5th guy here is only in contact with your guys. So what it used to be is one base behind the initial guys could also fight. But unless
Yeah, I
I've missed
remember
it, I don't think you can do that anymore. Yeah, models in base-to-base contact. Oh, hold on. Engagement is within 2 inches. Okay, I think that still works. If engagement range is 2 inches and your model has a 1-inch base, the model behind it will still be engaged. So they've turned it into a measurement rather than a base-to-base contact thing because stuff has bigger bases than others.
Weird.
It makes sense for small units. It is a nerf to bigger units if they were ever to abuse it. All right.
I guess you'd also have to know how big your models are in terms of inches then, because most of these bases are measured by millimeters instead of inches.
I mean, I know a 25 mil base is 1 inch just from D&D. So 25, 1, 52. And a 50 mil base is usually a larger model or a leader. So by that logic, small models will always have two in there.
What about 28 mil?
Well, you could still have 2 because 2 28s are still... They don't have to be wholly within. They just need to be within 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it says wholly within, but I don't think it does. It just says engagement range is 2. Engagement range. Charge. All right, well, we've missed engagement range way back at the start, I think. It's like key terms, and it's, yeah, fair enough. We did read all the key terms up here. Engagement. Yes, it is just while a model is within engagement range. So if it wants it to be wholly within, it would say wholly within.
Yeah.
So engagement range is if the base at all is within 2 inches.
Okay.
So that's as normal. All right. So... Oh, okay. So we're end of fight phase. That's done. Consolidate. Oh, can you consolidate onto an objective? All right, hold on. Consolidate while moving. Oh, okay. So that's... I don't know if that's new or not, but a rule I didn't know. Consolidate's just a pile in to get into the next combat or to move neatly into the combat space. Or you can consolidate onto a new unit to engage with them. So you'll end the fight phase in engagement combat with another one, even though you're not fighting again. Or I like this one. You can consolidate towards an objective marker. So you can fight something and then jump back on an objective if you ran off it effectively, which actually is quite good. I like that a lot. It's like a little, it's like, you know, you like do a little backflip after you fight and kill someone. Ongoing consolidation. Each model that started must be still engaged with the same unit. Engaging consolidation. Your unit must be engaged with all of the selected enemy units. If one or more enemy units engaged have not been selected to fight. If one or more enemy oh, okay. That's interesting. If you run into another unit and they haven't fought yet, and you consolidate into them, you've already fought, and now they get to fight.
Ah!
So that's like a, hey, don't charge the leader of another squad after you've already charged a squad and fought.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I mean, it's also kind of like a, don't be cheeky. Okay, yeah, here's a good image for it. So, the monster here, the big demon that killed the tank, couldn't reach the rest of the sister squad with the 3 inches. So, what it's gonna do is move to the objective instead. Oh, look at this. Look at this Astra Militarum image. All of the tanks. That's great.
Hell yeah.
Main blades are
That's
so
cool.
massive. What's this one? Battlefields and tactics. So that's the main chunk of the actual game. That's like the I say basics. That's us going through a refresh of what's new. Which there are some stuff like the saving throws thing is new. The charge stuff is a little not hugely different. The charging, like choosing targets, is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The terrain side I know is quite different. So you place your terrain as normal. However, there is now like basically terrain now will have footprints, and I think it's in here. Like they're doing them up for pre-order now, and people have already made their own, which look better. But
I went ahead and I backed a Kickstarter for
new terrain footprints.
The foldable terrains.
Oh,
seen
yeah,
those
yeah,
ones?
yeah.
Since we've got a 3D printer, I backed the foldable terrains.
Yeah, cool.
That they said that they specifically built everything to fit the footprints
Of 11th?
that are for 11th.
Excellent. I was gonna say hopefully it's for 11th.
No, they specifically did 11th. Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's good. Where's the new pre-orders? Rumor Engine, this one. Is it? Oh, it's Thursday, that's why. Pre-orders for... No, this is the wrong area. Latest news? Oh, here it is. Dawn of the New Edition. Okay, so the area terrain set, for people who aren't familiar with what we're talking about, we're doing away with objective markers entirely. So there's no little disc we put down with a 6-inch range on it. What we do is fight over the terrain footprint. And GW is releasing... Okay, so here's a good example. It doesn't really matter what terrain you put down anymore, as long as it sits within the footprint. It can kind of overhang it a little bit, so it's enabling you to use anything you want as long as it fits in within the thing. And when we choose objectives now, like tournaments will have their layouts to be like, put this terrain here, put this terrain here, put this terrain here for your objectives, and then you kind of scatter the rest of it wherever you want. But the terrain footprints now will be what we fight over, which feels better. So here's an example here for one of them. So it's like, we've got like your deployment in red and blue, so you can set up like that, and then you can set up your objectives like, attacker, defender, and then the green ones in the middle are your no man's land. And then we've got here like a different setup of the board. It's more horizontal, and then you got 3 in the middle, but your terrain footprints are now the objectives that you're going towards. Which is nicer. It means that your terrain footprint and getting on an objective kind of means a bit more, even if the areas are bigger to do so. But it also means you're going to have a more interesting time fighting over the terrain rather than just kind of standing near an arbitrary disc,
Out in the fucking open.
Yeah, out in the open. That feels weird. But because the terrain footprints are footprints, if you want a vehicle to go sit on it, you just make it so that it's like half open, right? And then it just goes and sits on like the rubble portion. Also, things like Imperial Knights and stuff with the massive base can actually go sit on them as well easily. And, you know, for fairness, you should be letting all models in the army be able to sit on an objective. Because if the infantry army wants to go and sit on the objective that the Imperial Knight can't sit on, bit of a feels bad. Also, the Knight's going to target you and obliterate you out of there, which is, you know, you asked for that at that point. Okay, what else we got? These images aren't loading properly. All right, who cares? So placing terrain, that's fine. You still have exposed, light, dense in categories of terrain. So, you know, exposed terrains, the ones you can shoot over, I'm pretty sure. You got light terrain, which is like barricades. Oh, exposed is scatter terrain, craters, razor wire. Light terrain is barricades, low walls, and statuary. And then dense terrains, your ruins, buildings, armored containers, your woods. So, like, you could have an objective marker being in the woods. That's also totally fine. And you have your mission's deployment map may define what terrain categories need to be present as well. So it's like, in your mission, it'll be like, you're going to fight over a building. So this one has to be a building. And you can just make the building look like whatever you want.
Nice.
Sometimes it will always also say, like... Okay, yeah, terrain placed on a battlefield. The blue one's the dense, the red one's light. So that's, you know, you got to categorize them as such when you put it down. It won't all be dense and won't all be light. Terrain and movement. Models can move through different terrain. Exposed and light. All models can move horizontally and vertically through exposed and light terrain, which is nice. Dense. Infantry, beast, swarm, and mobile models can move horizontally. Infantry, beast, and swarm can move vertically. Other models can move horizontally through the dense terrain features, provided that all sections of that terrain feature, while moving the model's base, would move through a 2h or less in height. Otherwise, the model must vertically ascend or descend. Okay, so that's basically being like... You can't move through the wall as a vehicle if it's bigger than 2 inches in height, if it's dense category. Because... can't ram through a building as easily unless it has a rule. Moving vertically, sure. You just move up and down vertically. Setting up or ending a move, that's fine. Okay, setting up or ending a move. Models can be set up or end a move on the ground level of terrain features. Models can be set up or move on any surface of a terrain feature that is not ground level if all of the following rules apply. If you are infantry, beast, swarm, fly, or monster... any feature of a terrain level you can set up on, and as long as it counts as, apparently the model is the model has to be stable. So basically, you can't just keep making it fall off and then just placing it there being like, it's there, it has to be stable.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. So we have vehicle that's like, all right, this vehicle cannot move through the dense terrain feature, but it can ascend vertically. It can't move its end. It can't end its move on top of that terrain feature though. Whereas the infantry can go up the terrain and get onto it. Oh, it's saying you can't overhang your base either. It's got to be fully on there. And infantry model, so if it's on the, if you can just, this one's a good clarification. On this, it's saying if you've got an infantry model that's on the terrain footprint, the terrain footprint does not count as dense terrain. So you can just run over the terrain footprint as normal. There's no penalty there. Because it is the objective terrain footprint, not the physical terrain. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, it's on the image here. So it's like the Repentia at the back can just move over it. The
Okay.
walker has
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go up, over, down, and then the sister on the left can just go up, and then each of those are valid moves.
Gotcha.
Painting,
Okay.
Painting's going well, right, Leia? Oh, got a hydrant.
Yeah, painting's going really well. I'm kind of obsessed with. I was very worried about painting these swooping hawks. I was worried that as soon as I deviated from the Pylor blue, the glacier blue, that I wasn't gonna like what I was doing anymore.
Still ties in nicely though.
It does tie in nicely. I think using the glacier blue on the wings to continue to tie in the blue theme makes it really nice. I'll see if I can't tie other colors that I use into other models as well. I mean, obviously all the I'm keeping all the guns the same color. I think that will help. Oh, we gotta hydrate.
Oh, I already did it. Way ahead.
So, for anybody who hasn't seen, these are my guys. I know they're a little bit hard to see because they're very, very pale. Let's see if I can. Nope.
Oh yeah, that's better. It was like a little bit away from the light. Was
I
working.
think this guy. Oh, this guy doesn't have the mask. I forgot to do his masked. But I noticed that the mask colors are the same as the gun. So,
not gonna lie.
I've got.
Coming back to that Wraithy Bone base, I think it could be fine. I think maybe finish basing that first, and you may be like, oh, it is fine.
Maybe.
Because like when you came back to it, I was like, oh, doesn't look bad. It kind of fits the Wraithbone look of the ruins really well.
We will see. I am still like I'm not going crazy over the bases, so
yeah.
I am still trying to keep it pretty clean. But just working on this guy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I am really happy with this purple.
It looks good. Man, we're zooming through. I mean, it's 12:30, but like we're 50 pages in of this book, which I didn't think we'd get 50 pages in. Like we've gone through the main rules as well. Like there's actually not that much different. Building the army is where I think stuff has changed a lot. Terrain can affect.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember with some of these keywords here. Oh, hidden's a new rule as well. Benefit of cover. So this is different and new now. So benefit of cover. If you have, if every model in the unit meets the condition now, if you're in the terrain area, you now have benefit of cover. So like, every model is within the terrain area. So the model is not fully visible, the attacking model, due to one or more intervening terrain features or one or more intervening obscuring. Okay. So you get the benefit of cover if you're within the terrain area and one or more of the following conditions. So if you're within a terrain footprint, benefit of cover. Or the model's not fully visible due to one or more intervening terrain features and they have obscuring. So obscuring, it's at see below, containing one or more light or terrain dense features. If every line of sight drawn between two models across one or more obscuring areas, it has benefit of cover, basically. If you're within the same terrain area, doesn't matter. You can see each other. Okay. Anything that has dense terrain features are solid. You can't go through it. Oh, okay. I understand this. So, and then if it isn't visible, it's called hidden. If you're within dense terrain, it needs to have all of these rules apply. So you need to be in dense terrain, and it did not make one or more ranged attacks. Oh, okay. So if you don't shoot, you stay hidden, which is kind of nice. And I've read one of my Tau detachments says, and it's the stealthy detachment, when you shoot, you do not break hidden. I remember that.
Oh, that's
And I was
cool.
like, what is hidden? And I think your Eldar, I think you have a Rangers detachment now that does the same thing. It's like a reconnaissance, stay hidden detachment. So it's like you're in a terrain feature, you shoot out of it because you're more like silent snipers. You don't break hidden, which means that you have benefit of cover, I want to say. Oh no, hold on. While a model is hidden, it can only be visible to models that have what's called a detection range is new as well. While a model is hidden, it can only be visible to enemy models that are within its detection range. Unless otherwise stated, that's 15 inches. I understand. Okay, so they've kind of... There used to be a rule called lone operative, and it might be different now. But certain characters or like certain stealth units would have what's called lone operative rule or stealth, and it meant that you can't target them within a certain range. So if you were above 18 inches, you just can't shoot at that thing. So now the hidden keyword seems to be an evolution of that. If you have the hidden, if you have hidden, I was gonna say the hidden condition. I guess it is that. If you have hidden, you can only be shot within 15 unless otherwise stated. Okay, that makes sense. So, Tau versus Sisters in this image.
Ooh, that brings back some memories.
Okay, so when Unit E is going to make some ranged attacks, the Tau Fire Warriors, Unit A is fully visible, which is the Penitent engine, so it does not have cover. Unit B has a few in the terrain area, but not all of them are in the terrain area, so they don't have benefit of cover. All of the models in Unit C are in the terrain, so they do have cover. Even though that you can see into the terrain, they still have cover. That's a good distinction.
Okay.
So as long as you're all in the terrain footprint, you get cover. D, the tank, is not fully visible due to an intervening terrain area. So that one model D has cover. That makes sense. That's clean. I don't know how different that is from normal, but it's interacting with a terrain footprint now. So easy version of this. Fully in terrain, benefit of cover. Not fully within terrain, check if it's one model obscured. If not, no cover. What do we got here? And there was something else here. Okay, so benefit of cover is also different now. It used to be you get +1 to your armor save. It's now instead worsen the ballistic skill of that attack by 1. So it just means that you get -1. It's not -1 to the hit roll, but effectively it is at the same time, because there are two ways to make your hit roll worse. One will say your ballistic skill characteristic is worse by 1, which will make it, a 4+ to a 5+. Or the other version is subtract 1 from the hit roll, which is this kind of the same thing. What base size do you need for those minis? Which ones? The little guys? The Grots need a 25 mil. They actually do better on a slotted base, so you can get 25 mil slotted bases. The main Orc Boy guys, I think they're on 28 or 32. I think probably on 28s. Apologies for not getting you bases. I genuinely don't know where they went. They're on 32s. So they come with 32 bases. And you need 10 of those. And then the Grots, however many I gave you. Now work out a way to get bases. Amazon. A lot of places sell just like random bases. You can get them for really cheap. Don't buy
Yep.
don't buy expensive ones. Just get really cheap base. You can get them in bulk too. And gosh, what else is there? Oh, did you get the boss as well? Killer boss, I think it's called. Yeah, this guy. This guy with the stab grot. The little grot needs a 25 and the big guy needs a 40. I think they're the ones I gave you. If you don't want to play the models, put on whatever. 25 mil base is a D&D base, by the way, if you ever need the reference. So if you just buy a bunch of D&D bases, the ones that are on the 25 base will have that little bar on the bottom. It helps you. They function a lot better when you just use the slotted bases because you don't have to worry about balancing them. You don't even have to glue it. You just sit them in it, and it's a nice kind of push fit situation. If they have a slotted base, I will always use them unless I want to have them in a specific way. Okay, this one's interesting. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit of a footnote here. With your big solid terrain, like your dense ruins here, it's saying if you're on the ground floor, okay, if you're on the ground floor in dense terrain, it's saying you still can't be targeted even if you have line of sight. But if you're on the upper floor, as in more than 3 inches from the ground level, if you have line of sight, you can be targeted. You still would get cover. It would be determining if you can shoot them all or not. At all. Terrain objectives. Sure. Objective OC unchanged. Secured objectives. That's the same. Controlling an objective. Still the same. So you just have the objective control score on your unit. It's labeled OC. That's unchanged. So more OC on point than opponent, you have objective. I think if you tie for it, nobody get.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Oh, itchy nose. Stratagems. How much it costs. When can be used. Which target. Effect. Restriction. You cannot use the same stratagem more than once in the same phase. That's all, unless there's a rule. That's usually the case. Unless otherwise stated, player cannot target the same unit with more than one. That is different. So, what you used to be able to do is target multiple strats on the same unit. So, like, you could protect your leader a lot better by going, all right, I'm going to stick this one and this one on at the same turn. They're different ones, so I can do it and pay for it. But now it's like you get one per unit, effectively. So if you were to target the leader's unit with something, you can no longer target the same unit even if they're different models, because they still count as the same unit, even though it only affects one model within the unit.
That is not a bad rule.
No,
Say.
it stops spamming, stacking buffs. Select the targets as described in that stratagem. Yeah, that's all fine. So yeah, the major change there is one stratagem per unit per phase. And no doubling up the same stratagem in the phase unless the rules say so for any of this stuff. That is the base rule. A codex rule will supersede the other rule by intention. That's done. Stratagems. Oh, yeah, they didn't change this. It has symbols as well for colorblind. So if it's double arrows, either player's turn. If it's pointing towards you, your turn. If it's pointing towards them, their turn. And then there's color coding for each one. but
Nice.
there's symbology otherwise. And then
Oh boy.
I don't like how these look now. Like, I don't like how these I like the old version. They looked cleaner, but they have like the old ones. They have a symbol in which phase they can be in. So this one's command, shoot, fight, charge. I don't know what this one is. Battle shock step of your command phase. Okay. Oh, actually, this one is also like, this one can be used at any time. So any phase is the tick. And yeah, they'll have symbols. This one's move. This one's move again, shooting, charging, snap shooting. Oh, that's a extension of the same rule. So, actions. Unchanged. Mission cards will have actions. Unit pretty much, unless it's stated otherwise, cannot do anything like shoot or charge if you do the action because they're committing to that thing. And then it's done. Oh, look at this image, dude. Look at the glare and the...
Ooh,
That's so cool. Man, that's a lot of
that is
sisters.
so pretty.
I was like, who are they fighting? Oh, there's some Chaos Marines at like the edge of the fight, but so cool. Whoever did that photography, great. Oh, and this one's got like a lava effect lighting from below. That's also sweet. Fucking sisters. Yeah, I know.
Whatever, bro.
I like fighting
You're
against
just
sisters.
mad.
It's just not Marines, you know? The amount of Marines I fight at Ark.
There were a lot of Marines.
I fought Chaos Marines. I fought regular Marines. I fought... What else did I fight? I fought some... I fought a lot of Marines from memory. Did I fight Guard? No, I didn't fight... Reese that played Death Core. I don't remember what I fought anymore. I want to say I fought Marines and Chaos quite a lot. I think I fought a Demons list at some point.
Well, that's not very common.
No. Yeah, it's just like,
Goodness.
if you're going for wins in a tourney, just spec for Marines, honestly. Because everyone's going to have Marines.
Wow.
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 Monsters and vehicles. Some models do not have a base. They have the frame keyword. When a rules refers to the frame, that's the edge of the model. Shooting at engaged monsters and vehicles when they're engaged can be the target. You can shoot into combat at a monster or a vehicle. You just -1 from the hit roll. And then transport models, embark. Okay, is this different? Once the first battle round, friend can be each model within 3 units that transport. That unit was not set up on the battlefield. The stage is enabled to embark. Let's grab the transport. Transport is sufficient remaining. That's fine. So you just make a disembark move and you get out. That's pretty similar. Disembarking. You can rapid disembark. If that transport has made a normal or ingress move, you must select this. What? Okay, there's different. Okay. Oh, okay. So if you rapid or tactical disembark, you can set up within 3 inches, and if you somehow can make, you can make a combat disembark, but you have to make a hazard roll. So I guess if you pop out of a vehicle that's not really made with like a ramp to do so, I guess in game. I know Land Raiders have like an assault ramp, so that would probably be like you don't have to make a hazard roll for your combat disembark, which means you can jump out 6 inches instead. If you combat disembark, you can't charge. If you tactical disembark, you can make a normal or advanced move. If you rapid disembark, you can't charge. So I don't know what's going to be able to make a tactical disembark, but we will find out at some point. Oh, here's the wholly within keyword. So each model needs to be wholly within that movement area. And you can't get out of a transport that has made an advance or fallback move.
Sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah. Emergency disembark. You can get out of 6 inches because your transport model was blown up. And then you got to make a hazard move. Oh. After you get out of an emergency... Sorry?
I was going to say, it just makes sense. Your shit just blew up.
Yeah. Also, they've added now, if you emergency disembark, you immediately get battle shocked. And can't charge.
That actually sounds familiar.
I don't remember that one, but yeah.
I remember reading a bunch about the transports because a lot of the sisters have transports. Like, I was using a lot of tanks in my armies. So I focused a lot on the transport rules.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready for all inevitability.
I found it here. Destroyed transport, you gotta get out. Till the start of the next command phase, that unit is battle shocked. Until the end of the turn, that you can't declare a charge. It's the same rule.
Okay.
It's just they've kind of laid it out a bit differently. Actually, this yeah, your unit is battle shocked, and battle shocked always counts to the start of your command phase where you would then make another one. So that's fair. Advanced. Attaching units. Okay, so we're in the... Are we still in it? Okay, so transports is in the... Okay. This is like the minutia rules, I guess. Oh, so there's character models now have 2 categories, which is nice. It actually will help your unit, actually your army in particular, who has a lot of characters. You now have leader or support characters. Leaders and supports can be attached to the same unit now. There's no I can also be attached special rule. It's there's also bodyguard units. So some units known as leader and support units respectively. Both of these abilities allow such units to lead other units, known as bodyguards now. Leaders and support units can only lead specific things, but that's the same as before. When you're setting up, you choose which ones are going to lead and which aren't. And then unless otherwise stated, the bodyguard can only have 1 leader unit and 1 support unit. So I know Death Guard have like, oh, you can attach up to 4 support units to my squad because it made stacking buffs possible. And it makes them impossible to kill. But that's kind of like part of their shtick. They have really low model counts in their main squad because they just slap on 4 to 5 extra models and it makes up the rest of it. Attacking attached units has unchanged. Oh, what? Oh. I don't know if that's different. Keywords now apply to the whole unit. So if a leader has the Psyker keyword, even if the bodyguards, the rest of the unit bodyguards do not, they all have the Psyker keyword now. Which means if the unit is attacked by a weapon with anti-Psyker 4+, meaning if you hit a 4+ with that weapon, it's an unmodified crit. It's now a crit on a 4+. That crit is also applied to the whole unit.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So that's a bit hectic. So if you attach a monster to a unit that doesn't have monsters, suddenly the monster killing weapons now apply to the whole unit.
Fun.
That's interesting. So if Morven Val counts as a monster and a vehicle, stuff that would do monsters now applies to the rest of the war suits. I don't know if Morven counts as a monster.
Have?
This is an
I was
example.
like, does she?
I know that the lion, like the Primarchs, have the monster keyword. Which is kind of weird, but yeah. Abilities and attached units. Abilities that only affect a specific model, like enhancement items or war gear, only ever apply to that model while part of an attached unit. If a model in an attached unit has the war gear ability, the whole unit benefits. All right, interesting. Units in reserves. This is one that a lot of us need to know because we have flying stuff. Strategic reserves come out at different times where we're either held back or they're using special abilities to reposition. Put stuff in strategic reserves as normal. Unless otherwise stated, the combined point values can only be 50% of your battle size. That's fine. Repositioned. Okay, some rules allow units to be removed. Units that use such rules are repositioned units. In addition, any other rules that apply to such units they cannot arrive all now apply to them. If it used movement, such rules can be used. A repositioned unit that is set up in the same turn in which it made an advance, fallback, or disembarked has still made one of those. What? Oh, it still has made those. If they are removed from the battlefield, any rules that are affecting such units for a specified duration or under the circumstances still apply to them. Continue to affect them while that duration or circumstances apply. So if you have something that leaves at the end of someone else's phase via a stratagem, but they are battle shocked, you can no longer make them leave. Or if they are battle shocked while they are off the field, you can no longer rapid ingress them, which means they come back with a stratagem. Unit was within range of an aura ability. That's fine. Arriving from reserves. Strategic reserves make an ingress move, so they're called ingress moves. Setup distance within 6 inches of the thing. Your unit is described in setup. That's fine. Your hull within setup distance or one of more battlefield edges and no more than 8 inches from all enemy units. Oh, 8 inches now. Oh, it's because engagement's now 2. For the third battle round. So you can't deploy normal reserves before round 3. Unless otherwise stated, until the start of the next phase, you're not allowed to charge without a special rule. Units embarked within transports. Wait, what? Units embarked within transports that have made an ingress move during the battle. At the end of the third battle round, unless otherwise stated, all strategic units that have not made or made one or more ingress moves are destroyed. Unless you're within a transport. Or repositioned. So basically, on turn 3, if you got stuff in reserves, they're all coming out, otherwise they don't arrive anymore.
I believe I remember something like that.
I also think that's true too, yeah.
Because when I had my jetpack girls, that was, again, one of those things because I was relying so heavily on them that I was paying attention to.
Any strategic reserves that are not on the battlefield at the end of the battle. Oh no, it used to be third onwards. Wait, so
Huh?
go back
Third
to
onwards.
It used to be third onwards, but now it's at the end of the third battle round. All strategic moves, ingresses are now gone. So it's not third onwards. It's just you arrive on 3 or you don't go in anymore. There must be some abuse case that people put most of their army in reserves and they arrive at the end of the 5th turn or 4th turn and they win. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
Also, it probably speeds up the fight to have everything on the table by the end of turn 3.
Well, I noticed that with the ruling that says that you cannot put more than half of your points worth of guys in reserve.
Yeah. So it used to actually be 25%, so now it's 50. Yeah. So the combined points value cannot exceed 25% of your total points limit. for your chosen battle size. Yeah, so oh, okay, so you can, okay, I understand. You can now put more models in reserves up to 50%. However, they all have to be on the battlefield by end of turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it says.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, cannot exceed 50%. Yeah, so if we're playing a 1,000 points, I can put 500 in reserves. That makes sense. And now they have to arrive by turn 3 if they're not here earlier. Okay, sure. And then Deep Strike is usually turn 2. And turn 1 if you really know how to jank it, but usually you can't. Flying and surging. I don't know what a surge move is, but I have heard that last edition. Surge move. Some rules allow you to make a surge move. Eligible if the rule allowing has triggered. Your unit is not battle shocked, it is unengaged, and it has already not moved this phase. So it means that you could move, shoot, move. Or you could move, fight, move. Before moving. Oh, okay. Before moving, select the closest enemy towards the surge target. While moving, each model must end its move engaged. Okay, so if your unit has not already moved in the phase, it could surge and then charge probably. Unless charge prevents you moving if you've already moved. It's just a different way to get into melee. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Kate.
Oh, thank you, Kate. Oh, and a big stretch.
Oh, big stretch.
Oh, ooh,
Get a pop.
back pop.
Sometimes that's good pop.
Yeah. No,
okay.
bad pop.
I think there's an example here. Your Penitent engine might actually have it. Oh no, hold on. The Khorne Berserkers might. Unit A, the Penitent engine shoots and destroys the model from the Khorne Berserkers. Khorne Berserkers Unit B has an ability that allows it to make a surge move of a D6 after it was shot or something in its unit dies. When it makes the surge move, it charges the Sisters of Battle within closer range to it than the Penitent engine. So it's like a revenge charge. It's a revenge charge.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's revenge charge.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's the surge move is revenge
I know.
charge.
I just thought that was.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so funny.
You shoot me, I charge your guy, or even you. Flying models. Okay, this one's so relevant to all of us. Flying models have being able to set to fly refers to flying models and flying units. Each time a flying unit is selected to make a normal, advance, fallback, or charge move, before moving any models, that active player can declare it will take to the skies. Oh. This is different. If it does, while resolving the move, while it's flying, you subtract 2 from the distance. You ignore all vertical distance for the purposes of how long it's moved now, and it can move through all types of model, excluding enemy monsters and vehicles. It can move horizontally and vertically through all categories of terrain feature. So, a Riptide has a maximum move with an advance of 16 inches. Before moving, you take to the skies, and now it's only got 14, but now it can pass through everything. Oh, sorry, it can move past all vehicles. Oh, including enemy monsters and vehicles. So it can just go through anything.
Right on.
So flying needs to be declared now, and you just -2 inches off it. That's... Look, I hope that a lot of the flying abilities of units now kind of up the inches by 2, just generally. Because I think it would be crappy to have it... I think it would be crappy to get a nerf on every flying unit just because they want to use the rule normally. Aura abilities has a the distance, that's fine. Faction abilities, yep. Psychic abilities, yep. War gear abilities, yeah, that's all the same. Plunging fire, the hell is this? Each time a model makes a ranged attack that targets a visible unit on a ground level, what? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh. If you shoot... Oh, we've got a high ground rule.
Oh?
If your sister... it's in here. So, if you are a titanic creature, like the knights that I will be making, and you shoot something on ground level, you improve your ballistic skill by 1. So, if you're in a terrain feature like your sisters are on this board here, if you're on the second floor or more than 3 inches in height, you have the towering keyword now, and the target is within 12 inches of you, you get a better chance to hit against the lower floor models.
Right.
So the attacking model now has towering feature, and you're within 12 inches. You can use the improvement from the BS ballistic skill because you are shooting. I mean, that makes sense. You're effectively downpouring gunfire or sniping at them from a higher position, which means you are easier to hit. They have a vantage point on you. And it makes sense for Imperial Knights to have this because they're literally a titanic war machine just stomping on the battlefield, just wiping people out. Also helps them because they got 5 models in the army. Aircraft. Do you want to learn about aircraft? Because none of us use aircraft. They really hate aircraft in this game now.
I don't know anything about aircraft.
I don't own any.
I don't know if I will.
Like, I would own an aircraft model just because it was a model to own rather than anything.
I kind of take the approach of when I build an army, I kind of get one of everything.
That's what I do.
Just to, like, I want some variety.
I've got.
However, depending on what detachment stuff goes on, I might
You double up and stuff.
I might adjust things.
I want to say I have almost every Tau model. You know, not Forge World. I don't count the resin stuff because that's, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to spend lots of money on a model I can't use as well, especially when they all look very similar. But there's not many Tau models I don't own. I think there's like some of the old ones that they haven't updated yet that I won't get until they update because I don't want to buy the crappy old resin. It's terrible. And then I haven't got the Twin Lance, obviously, because they're new. And then I don't have the sniper drones. I don't have... There's not much I don't. But, like, yeah, I try to just... Oh, I don't have any of the flyers, like the Sun Shark, the Manta. Like, I mean, I won't buy the Manta. It's too... I'm not paying $1,500 on a model I can't use. But, yeah, the Barracuda, the Manta, the bombers, I don't really care about them. Yes, this will be my army next year. Big stompy guys. Reference doc. I think we're done.
Stumpy guys.
Core abilities,
Ooh.
duplicated abilities, and these are just your keywords. So there's now a cleave keyword. If you have a weapon with cleave, you can attack. If you have cleave, when you're making the weapon has cleave, you can select X additional dice for every 5 It's blast, but in... That makes sense. Blast in shooting, blast 2. If you have more than... For every 5 models, you get an extra dice. Cleave is blast for combat. So if you have cleave, every 5 models, you get 1 extra dice.
Nice.
Assault's the same. Assault's the same. Anti's the same. Blast is the same. Cleave is new. Close quarters is you can shoot a close quarter weapon in combat. That's fine. Deep Strike is affected by ingress moves now. So each time this Deep Strike unit makes an ingress move, it can set up on the battlefield anywhere 8 inches horizontally from all enemy units, even it is when in deployment zone. So that's Deep Strike, and all the ingress moves have gone down by 1 inch because the 2-inch engagement range means it still is 9 inches, technically. Deadly Demise is the same. Dev Wounds is crit wound, mortal wounds equal to damage characteristic. That's fine. That's normal. Extra attacks. Yep, it's the same. Firing deck. We never use firing deck, by the way. A lot of the transports have an ability. It says firing deck X. The models inside up to the number X can shoot out of it.
I have looked at that rule.
I keep not using it in anything, and it's because I don't use a lot of vehicles. Feel no pain.
Something
still there.
You know what? That is incorrect. I've never used firing deck against you.
Fair. I've never used firing deck, period, because I forget that my guys have it. Infiltrators.
I have used firing deck on Alex.
Oh, okay. Here's a good one. If you have the hover vehicle, if you have the hover keyword, you do not subtract 2 from your max distance on Take to the Skies.
Okay.
So if you hover... Okay, that's what I wanted to hear, because I have a feeling the battle suits are going to hover. I bet they don't have hover. Where's the Tau pack? Twin Lance will be the one to check. Alright. Okay, Twin Lance. They do not have hover. So they have fly, but they don't have hover, but they do have a 10-inch movement. Oh, they also have deep strike and scouts, so I can understand that. The stealth suits do not have hover. The Vesper do not have hover. Oh, something really funny, by the way, Leia. The biggest unit that Tau have, which is it's like 600 Australian, I want to say, battle suit. It's the big boy. I've got one arm of it because that's a model I want to own eventually. They pulled it out of Legends, which is the legacy if you want to play casually game mode. They've put it, Legends, sorry. Did I say, whatever. They've put it back in the main Tau Codex, which means that if I wanted to, I could have the Tau Noir Supremacy Armor, which has 30 wounds and toughness 13 on the field, which is crazy to me. And just going in there, you would not put this in a low point cost army, or you would pretty much just only be fielding this and one other thing. Because Supremacy Armor costs 790 points for the one unit.
Oh my god.
Crazy. But yes, that is now within the regular rules.
Let's see.
Oh, that looks great.
I also do this and turn down my light a little bit.
Yeah, nice.
So that's my main guy. I still got a bunch of these flags to figure out what I'm going to do these colors with. But
looking good.
Seeing all of these guys in the purple is fucking
that's great.
awesome. They're so cool.
Do you reckon
They're
you know
so
what
cool.
you'll do with the feathers yet?
I don't know yet. My original thought was I was gonna take a small amount of Leviathan purple and like water it down so I had a little bit of a pop of a brighter purple. Undecided yet.
Yeah.
Cause like my gut instinct is I should maybe do a blue, so then that way I'm keeping kind of the because the thought was it's supposed to look like an ice army. I want to keep with that like icy theme.
Okay.
So
I want to see what some of these guys. I reckon I still reckon that brown's going to look really nice on there. So, like, a matter of seeing if it works in terms of putting the base material on and being like, does it work? Otherwise, you know, you're going to repaint it and be like, maybe it did.
I'm probably going to look at some references of like snowy terrain and see what I like. Cause I think let's see here. Bring on these guys. Look at my dudes.
Look at your dudes.
Look at my dudes.
Look at my dude.
Let's see. Oh yeah. I feel like this is definitely what I want to do on these guys, where it's like muddy base. It looks like they've got a combination of light brown and light gray stones. And then like some of the tufts, but like mostly bare ground. I really like those.
Yeah, the light gray ones, the light brown, the dead grass colors definitely like my vibe when I'm looking at the snow bases.
Yeah.
Trying to find someone to raid. Oh, good. These guys have like, I'm looking at Twitch rules when I go like their Twitch, their rules in here, and I'm just like, half the ones in Warhammer today didn't have that in their stuff, so I was like, all right, well, this one is in here being like, no homophobia, no sexism, no transphobia. So that's, you know, initially a green, at least initially green flag, right? Not saying that the others don't. It's just it's easier to justify the raid when they have it in there. So we're gonna go to Gill of the North. I think they're, what are they doing again? I think they're discussing possibly the new rules and doing some hobbying as well. Yeah, they're doing some hobby. Terminators, and they're chatting with a couple of them. So let's go see what they're up to. And then, hello, Helena B. I'm gonna drive home. I mean, just tune in. We don't have to add on Discord. You could join the server, just exclamation Discord in the chat, and we'd love to see you in there. Oh my god, all my windows disappeared on me. Oh my god, all my windows disappeared.
Oh god. Oh
right.
no.
There we go. There we go. It messes up the overlay when that happens too.
I saw like the one half of the overlay just disappeared.
Yeah. Funny. All right, there it goes. Okay, so I think we're good for next week. There's nothing that's doing different. Oh, I don't think so. I do have a fun announcement because I'm about to post it on socials like right now.
Ooh. Yeah.
Jess and I will be doing another round of Indecision Dungeon. We'll be doing it at AvCon.
Ooh.
We're going over to AvCon in South Australia at the start of July, and you can catch us on the Streamcast Studio stage from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on the 15th of March, but it will be streamed on Twitch Adelaide's Twitch.
Ooh.
So you can come and find us. I did a little color palette swap for the poster, and here's the photo that Jess and I are going to put up for our official creator one, because I found it funny to make this.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I made it just as a gag, and I was like, do you want to just use this as like our announcement photo? Because I find it really funny. But also, they're like, oh, you should key out the green on it. And I was like, what if I put that in the post to be like, do your worst? And everybody can key it out and show us silly things. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, that's going to go up very shortly because I've got it typed out. I just don't want to post it at 1 a.m. But yes, if you're going to Adelaide, we will see you there. Otherwise, I think that's us till
yeah, I think so.
Next Monday for Barovia and next Thursday for back here.
Some more painties. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you're still in here from Scarlet Song's raid, that was the word I was looking for. Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope to see you guys all next week.
See you next one. All right, we're going to trigger this raid.
Trigger that raid.
We're going to trigger that raid. The raid. The raidy
Just
raid.
saying. These guys look really
Oh,
cool
account
from far
created
away.
13 hours ago. Yes.
Gill of the North?
No. The Helen by 6 account following since 3 minutes ago, but account created 13 hours ago. So if you're a bot, we'll know. All right. We'll catch you next week, everybody.
Bye.